He gets £30,000 a week, which means his salary is 3 million Australian.
There's nothing else that you can say when someone says, "Oh, well, try being a nurse and doing a 12-hour shift." Like we know that's hard.
Yeah, wait, hold on that way.
If one day it makes sense for the woman to get paid more than the men, send it.
Kendrick could do anything, and it could just pure coincidence. But everyone's gonna look at it, oh, that's calculated.
This makes more money than everyone being healthy and producing more for the GDP. So it's like this is the system worth keeping. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast, 275.
Hello.
We're here. We got about an hour, 20 minutes to entertain you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this around. We're going to get into Cenat's Mafiathon.
Yeah.
The Streets Mafia might have hit one of these health insurance CEOs. And it looks like the street gangs want it for Andrew Schulz in LA.
Hey.
I'm Noah the Baghdaddy.
It's Chief Alasoji in the building, baby.
It's your girl Moeezy.
It's the Prince. What's happening?
It's the Prince.
There's a lot though, man. What the heck?
Yeah, there's quite a lot.
Yeah. How much did you guys tap into this Cenat Mafiathon?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Like, do you guys actually tap into this live streams or do you watch the clips?
It will never be on Twitch,
clips.
but it'll be the full upload on YouTube as well as like clips. But it's not like I don't think I ever sat down. Like he chucks up like 3 hours, like full Chris Brown episode, full Lizard, and it's like 4 hours long. I'm not sitting down for that.
So the YouTube streams have the Twitch like stuff on the screen, yeah? Or do they just kind of remove that?
They do have it like once they upload it to YouTube. Yeah, they do have it. I think they blur the chat sometimes in some of them. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I guess I do know why.
Because you don't know what people are saying.
Yeah. So sometimes they blur the chat when they upload it. I can't remember what Kai's ones were looking like. I think he kept them, but it moves so
good,
fast.
Oh, bro, it's
Comments.
unbelievable. Like we don't clock the money
That is
coming through.
Constantly. When you hear that,
So there's that, yeah. I know when he
it's
talked
wild.
to Complex, I think it was the Speedy, and he was saying like the deal that he has his own deal with Twitch
you
for
know, when you
like
get to that
percentage.
level, when you get your own.
Yeah, where he gets his own cut. So who knows what that is? Like 70-30 in his favor, maybe potentially. But it's like when you're talking, how many subs now? Like 700,000,
730,000.
paying what? $10 a month?
I think it's eight US.
Wait. So hold on. For you to stream, you have to pay on Twitch. Is it Twitch?
Not to stream.
No, you don't have to.
have
You
an
have to pay
account?
but like there's a cut when you get to the big dog level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if maybe at the lower levels it still does. Like
Right.
for example, like YouTube. No matter what level you're on at YouTube, they'll take that cut. I don't know what happens on Twitch, but once you get to the big dog level,
They also always take the cut, but
it's like 30 to 40% for Kai's people. Them.
I don't know if it is for Kai.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
have a feeling it could be like 90-10.
So
because his 10% for them is worth, like,
enough.
what do you want to keep you happy?
Yeah, we
Because
need you,
Kick and all the other streaming platforms are offering people like
I
signing
saw that.
bonuses and all this kind of stuff come to Kick.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah.
so they also do whatever to keep the biggest guy in the business.
What a world we live in.
So he's the biggest streamer at the moment.
Now he's currently the biggest streamer. Yeah,
Insane,
he's the
bro.
most
Insane.
subscribed streamer in the world.
Because I only saw the clips. I saw Sexy Red. I saw...
There was Lizzo,
Chris
SZA,
Brown.
Lizzo,
Chris
SZA.
Brown.
Kyrie was on it.
Kyrie,
Obviously,
yeah.
Brisket and Kevin Hart appeared as well. Bronny James was up there as well.
Because I watched it when it kicked off. So I watched the very beginning, like the first day of it, right? Because what did he do? There was it was like a marching band.
Yeah.
Just playing a tune, then it slowly starts to pan out. The marching band gets bigger.
Yeah.
They start walking off, whatever. During shots start kicking in, and then he starts playing the like iCarly theme song.
Yeah.
Which I want to tap into a little bit in terms of what he's actually brought to life now. But obviously, iCarly back in the day was like the OG, like Twitch, when you think about OG streaming.
Yeah.
It was a show about it.
Yeah.
Facts.
But like everything she was doing is literally what
Live
Kai's
streaming.
life
doing.
is now, like just live streaming everything. So they did the iCarly theme song, pan out. Next thing you know, Jordan kicks in. It's a Lil Uzi concert. He comes out of nowhere. It's just it's like 50 people or maybe 100 people in the driveway. It's just a concert for them.
Wow.
Waters everywhere, cannons, this, that. And then they come off that, go through some random ass weird tunnel into this massive house, which also the whole running joke was like the house was next door to like one of Diddy's cribs or something. So there's all these secret passages that they found too. I forgot who got shook. I think it might have been Kevin Hart when Kai's like, yeah, this is next door to Diddy's house. Like, oh, yep, I bet. Well, I'm out. He just started dipping, bro. But yeah, it pans out. Next thing you know, it's just like this massive, massive mansion. I was looking at like the level now of production.
He's based in Atlanta, right?
Production is serious.
I think that kid would have been in Atlanta. He is, like, because AMP. I just don't know if that house was in Atlanta.
Oh, so they had a house for the
They
that a separate house. A separate house,
This is a crib for the month, bro. It was like I don't know how much it was for the month period of time, but it's like a $55 million like house. Crazy, bro.
I went on and the way they promoted this as well. You remember the Kim Kardashian?
Kim?
Was it the Goodfellas
Kim
type
K.
of?
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Showing with you? I was like, yo,
Bro,
this is amazing.
it's just perfect. Like everything was just so well.
It's very
dope to see.
It's wild to see that this is how
This is the new wave of
things are pumping out now. Yeah.
Because I was like, man, Kevin Hart jumped on the second time. Kyrie Irving is here. Chris Brown is here. So clearly, people know that this is something.
You know the one that was random to me?
Which one?
Andre Iguodala.
I was gonna say this myself.
Give me Iguodala.
I was trying to see if you're gonna say the exact same person.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause that's the same
When
thing
I was reading
felt.
the list, I was like, Iguodala? Like, what?
I love when he walked in. Someone was like, blocked by James.
Yeah. One of his friends came out,
Because in
man.
the finals, he got blocked when he was going for a shot.
Thanks.
It's
Yeah,
like-
I knew that too already, and I'm playing. I'm sorry.
Are you?
Hey, insert the clip.
It's such a good
Broke
time,
my days.
bro. His friend comes through, and literally that's the first thing. You know what I find lit though is the way that like his friends, some of them are streamers as well, some of them are known, some aren't, whatever. They've all been around him since jump,
Yeah.
even like YouTube days and all that kind of stuff, right? But they're all just coming and just dapping up these people because it's normal.
Like
Bro,
homies.
walking in like homies. I think one of the youngins comes in, Chris Brown's like, oh, yo, what's up? Bro, I'm like, I know inside you're screaming and you're gassed right now, bro. But this is just the environment that's been created.
Crazy.
The streaming world. Who the heck
It does a lot.
is famous now?
It does a lot for them because even the that NPC
What's his name? Malik?
I don't know.
Miles,
Leaks World.
But yeah, because he does his own thing as well, and his stream went up as well, like by quite a bit.
Because his thing was, because obviously it's 24-hour streaming, the subathon.
Yeah.
So while Kai and everyone else is sleeping, Malik is up, or NPC Miles is up.
Smart.
Apparently he carried.
He carried.
Apparently he carried.
No. He carried.
Apparently he carried.
Yeah.
No, for
carried,
real,
bro.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking, I'm like, that's
I was
kind
like,
of
how
a
do you carry
weird
that?
concept. Like what? So while y'all are sleeping, this guy's just up doing his, you know what I mean?
But it's smart. You got to
I'm
keep the
gonna
people
head to the
entertained.
Galaxy now. Like all that, whatever he does.
Bro, like,
Carried, bro.
but what,
You guys reckon you could do this?
I don't know.
Streaming or be NPC Miles?
Yeah, which one?
Like streaming and really entertaining people, keeping them captive.
Wasn't I talking to y'all about this recently when I was saying like
you said you could work.
like
and
I said I'd want to
Yeah.
do it, like I'd be editing and streaming, but I'd just be doing chats.
Yeah.
I like the ones also when they like, I mean, this is pretty much all streamers, but like they play horror games or play games and chats. I feel like that's pretty
so
much
like how KSI started, minus the live streaming aspect.
yeah. But it's weird that
Yeah.
it's just weird that this is such a market though. Like you can just play a game
Yeah.
And
People watch
are
you.
and people are
people are
tapping into
tapping
this. Right
I
now.
couldn't do it, bro. I think like
No.
an hour and 20 minutes into it, I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm done. Like, I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go for
Yeah,
a
because
walk.
man, them are
I'm
doing
out.
4 hours like
Yeah.
blocks for the streams mainly.
Yeah.
That's hectic, bro.
And the entertainment part is that's a huge part as well.
Yeah,
is,
you
it
reckon you could
really
be
is.
entertaining on it?
I think I could do it with somebody. I don't know if I could do it solo.
Like all the time.
Yeah. And I think there is also an element of like, I don't know how entertaining you can be without being like
Vulgar.
a bit vulgar. A bit,
You gotta be
know what I mean?
unfiltered
Like
for
you have
sure.
to be
You
a
have
bit.
to be.
That's the
That's what I
same
was
thing I was
thinking.
thinking about comedy, where it's like you need to swear a little, you need to talk about cheeks a little. You need that's what keeps people
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
funny now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bit of racism, bit of this, bit of that.
need-
It's like
yeah.
it makes people feel like
You need to have a
there's
bit.
something I'm waiting for.
Yo.
That
Because
sounds
it's like,
different, yeah.
yeah.
Because I remember there's a clip, Glorilla. Is that
Glorilla?
Yeah.
Glorilla?
That one's backing you up right
Yeah,
now.
whatever her name is.
Relax, Megan Tibbetts.
Blur.
Who's that? Oh, sorry.
You gonna write that one down?
Oh,
See how I feel, bro.
no, I just been like, I'll
Yes.
tell you about it later, class.
He's trying it.
Oh, but anyways, on the stream, she was like, your breath kind of, like, she had gum. And then she's like, the guy, you need some.
Yeah.
It's like, you say my breath stink? I don't want to say it, right?
Bro.
But you have this side of like I can watch this. Not me personally, but I can understand what Nori's saying. Where it's like it's slightly that raw, that authentic, that you know, it's almost like there's no boundaries. Kind of thing. And people love watching stuff like that. You know, like people find that part funny.
Yeah, I think I could do almost like an album preach type thing with a close friend and react to things constantly.
Cool. That
I think I could do that live. I wouldn't mind that.
Reactions, okay, yeah.
For a whole month?
Live too.
A month is crazy. 24 hours is also insane. Yeah, I think this is a different. I'm talking about streaming in general.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if but this streaming stuff has revived even like. You guys remember Fuzi too?
Yeah.
It's revived his career, right? Yeah, he's losing his mind. Yeah, like it's a very sad thing to watch.
Australia?
I don't know where he's at the moment, but it's like,
yeah.
But his numbers are up, like, and so that's where it's like it almost doesn't matter. He got like a massive deal from Kick. I think it was Aiden Ross that gave him a deal.
It's a bit sad. But the fact that Aiden Ross is also Himothy for Kick is so funny to me. It's a bit sad. Like just I guess zeroing in on this Fuzi convo a little bit. His one is sad because I guess what streaming does is you end up playing into, and this might be the case in general for content creation as well.
But when you're mentally unwell, it's a dangerous thing.
Like you play into it a little bit more and give the people what they damn, not choking up. Give the people what they want. You know, and in his case, people want to see the crash out. They want to see the meltdowns. And the conversation becomes, oh, he's losing it. Oh my gosh, someone help him. But then that now also continues to feed into the content even more too.
Because then his reaction, I'm not crashing out.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it like this cycle is a bit, it's scary, sad to watch. But then again, you're like, is this person losing it? Is this the content that they're playing? Like, what the heck is going on here?
But you're right. I think it definitely did revive because he went quiet for some time and then popped out of nowhere again.
That was meant to be our hero. Arab hero.
He was going to be the future for y'all.
Sorry, bro.
That was also like, what's his name? That was on and everyone thought he was on something.
Kanye.
Kodak Black?
Kodak Black as well.
I mean, Kodak probably was on something.
He was probably, I think,
My name Kodak Black, when you see me, I'm white.
Kodak killed me on the stream.
I like
he said,
Kodak.
no, I don't want no say. I'm just waiting for the boss. So he's doing a freestyle.
I don't want that.
And you see Kai's looking at this freestyle happen like,
he looked worried.
He's like, damn, this is kind of like sad. Like this perk is mad.
Yeah.
But Kodak is just reciting memes. He's just reciting memes the whole time, and no one like.
I was
just having a good time.
That's a meme. That's a video, man. It's this I forgot where the guy might be from.
Oh yeah.
It's a video of an older. I think it might be like one of the islanders. Maybe it's Jamaican. I don't know. I'm just waiting for the boss. He's freestyling that. Everyone's like, yo, this guy's not okay.
I thought he was actually trying to freestyle.
Nah, bro, he's just reciting.
I really like Kodak.
Everyone's saying he played us. Like
that's what I was.
He went on the stream and played everyone else.
Well.
Kind of vibes, bro. It's just always saying you feel like what?
I really like Kodak. Have you guys seen the videos of him rapping when he was 14, like his music videos and stuff?
No, it was proper. Even when he was in the studio and all that, yeah, bro. And also like whichever Android that they swapped him with now, like this guy's ripped. Like, body's great now.
Yeah, I think if you go to jail, sorry, audio listeners, if you go to jail,
and you come back,
like it's such a missed opportunity to not come out.
Wham.
You come out worse.
You're not doing anything in there, bro.
That's bad.
Who was it that got packed up? Actually, they went and they came out reverse. I think it was Chris Brown, wasn't it? Yeah, ages ago.
Yeah,
Chris Brown.
Yeah, time ago. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, nothing.
Oh my days! But there was. Did you tap in? What did you see? Like clips?
I saw clips mainly. I saw the Scissor Lizzo one when they were all baking cookies together.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then the llamas or alpacas or whatever were coming through. Yeah.
Oh, what?
They had like llamas or alpacas just coming through the kitchen while they were cooking.
Yeah. That was.
But apparently she's ain't vibes like that though.
Scissor?
That's when
shy.
Kai was talking about like his faith and stuff.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and like he was like saying like something about like just giving thanks to God and whatnot. And
right. Or everyone was saying she wasn't vibes around that conversation.
No, I don't know what it was.
No. Her thing was just she's like very shy. Yeah, very shy. And that's why Lizzo was there as well.
Sweet.
But Lizzo's lit.
Yeah,
bro.
Lizzo
was carrying the
They loved
as
her.
well.
They loved her.
She's good, bro.
Someone was killing me because there was a clip I think where I forgot who was talking, maybe Kai and Scissor, like the main in the clip, and in the background you just see Lizzo chopping it up. Someone's like, "Yo, Lizzo's got her Riz on 100 right now, bro," because she was just chopping up. It almost, I said, she damn near put her hand on the fridge vibes, bro. Like, you cut me off, bro. I said, "Yo, Lizzo got game, bro."
Yeah, she was having a good time.
I saw Sexy Red, the one where they thought she was sniffing coke. And then because she went like slightly off screen and she's like doing this, and I think because she's blurred, it's like whatever. And then she just replies, and she's like, "I wasn't doing no coke, I was rolling my joint."
I don't know how like you keep up when that thing is just flying through, man.
Yeah.
There's so many like different moments, and I wrote down like a few of them as well. But
Sexy's Red one looks like it was a cool.
She's so lovely.
Yeah,
I always said
vibes,
she seems lovely beyond the
Vibes.
hypersexualized personality that's like been pushed slightly by her, maybe by record level. She actually seems like a real sweetheart.
Yeah.
just
a
a
person,
person,
yeah.
got a good, ready for a good time. She her episode was where
The
madness
magician.
happened actually.
Yeah.
There was a massive madness happened on that.
yeah.
But I guess some other people obviously was Pootie. I don't know if you guys know Pootie, YouTuber. He's like OG, man. He should be major, like a big time YouTuber, but still hasn't popped off. He was in Nigeria recently as well. It was crazy videos. Quavo. People weren't feeling Quavo.
Yeah.
I forgot Quavo was on.
Yeah, people weren't feeling Quavo on the stream.
Apparently it was acting hot.
There was an episode or one of them where a scene where I think they were playing one of like Takeoff's tunes or something, or maybe Quavo's tribute for Takeoff. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a tribute, Quavo's tribute. And obviously, like you're not there to listen to the whole song. Like everyone was feeling it, and I think like Kai paused it to like start talking, whatever. Quavo just goes back and plays it again.
Yeah.
And everyone else there just like, oh snap, okay, well like. Yeah, bro, and you're looking at it like, man. I think
You can't interrupt.
what was a bit sad was like I think that Quavo's appearance made him actually start to like deep and realize like what he's lost in his brotherhood in terms of obviously losing Takeoff, in terms of his passing, and then also his relationship with Offset. That I think him also seeing Kai and his boys and the way they were like around each other, you could see him getting a little bit emotional on that, and I was like, damn, that's tough, bro.
I forgot his name. I don't know, it was like Lil TJ or Lil T or something like that. That was also, what's his name?
Lil TJ the rapper? Or?
Yeah, I think the rapper. I think it was also part of Kai's stream, and I think Kai was like doing like his speech and he was crying. And then you see him at the back, his friend at the back, just crying as well, doing this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is so wholesome. This is how you know, like, he's got like good friends around him and people actually like getting emotional.
Yeah, that was the cool thing.
I was like, I love this.
That was the cool thing he did. He made everyone do like pretty much all the guests do an emotion, like a speech, like a motivational speech to send them off. I think he gave Bronny James. Not Bronny. Sorry, Bryson.
Yeah, Bryson.
He did a speech, bro. Exactly like his dad, man. Absolute waffling. Man said one of my favorite quotes is proceeded to say not a single quote, bro. I'll crack up. The law of the motivational speech is you let everyone talk their talk, you don't laugh, you don't whatever, no jokes. They lost it.
That risk is one of the was hilarious. Yeah.
They lost it.
How involved was Ray?
Ray was there a lot.
Yeah.
Wasn't heavily involved because Ray actually also wasn't there from the start. I think he came in.
Surprised
He came and surprised him, so Kai didn't even know that he was like back or whatever, that he was coming. So yeah, he came, but like he was just around. Everyone's just around this crib. Wasn't I saying to him like, bro, where's everyone else during?
Yeah, where was
day,
If you're not on screen, what
are
you like? What are you doing? Just
enjoying life.
Just enjoying life, literally. Yeah, but I'm like, this is just a.
Wholesome, very wholesome.
So they're probably just in the next room,
bro,
chopping up with some
the
other
pool
people.
or who knows, man. I was gonna say some other people obviously as well. Lil Dicky, Lil Yachty, DDG, NLE Chopper, Snoop Dogg. Kai went to Snoop's.
Oh, that's nice.
Like, whatever the heck you call that place that Snoop has everything in, where he's got the basketball court, the bowling alley, the arcade room, the podcasting room, but whatever that studios, I guess it's Snoop Studios, massive place. But Kai went there and just checked out a bunch. Snoop has his like WrestleMania belts there. He's just got everything in that place.
Do you think
Damn.
entertainment really is the way to make the most money as an individual if you have nothing?
As in, like, what Kai's doing? Like,
yeah, because like I'm trying to think what else, whether it's sport or music or comedy at its highest points or streaming, whatever it might be. It's like that's the only way where you can make 150,000 in a day. I feel like
I think it's the only way you can connect to a wide amount of people quickly and
easily,
then
which
gather,
creates currency.
Yeah, and then also now start to gather the masses from that. Because entertainment can be in anything. Because it can be in sport, it can be in games, it can be in tech, movies, furries. You know, like doing whatever the heck. All these different niche places that people are in. I don't know why furries came to mind, but you can make that entertaining for those people, and even people that aren't even part of that whatever you're doing that is entertaining within that, you can tap into as well. It's powerful.
It's also really quick to be in some interesting spaces because Kai was sitting front row seats at NBA All-Star.
Yeah.
Right? He was over here chopping up with Stephen A. Smith with this guy or that guy as well. Even played in one of the celebrity games as well. Yeah. All coming from streaming. Yeah. Right? And then you see other people who are playing games. They're rappers. They business. They got this. It's like when you're watching who's the celebrity games, who's there, you don't see any of them as just a pure entertainer in terms of not talented. I'm not saying Kai's not talented, but it's like they're not gifted in a particular area. If it's music, if it's TV or whatever.
Yeah, guys like Kai, though, they're generational talents, regardless of what they're doing. He's a generation. It's like, I mean, there's been so many entertainers that came and went. Like Shiggy's always a good example. You know what I mean? It's like
people that have their moments,
like just came and went. You have a moment. One, Kai's not a moment. Kai is very much like a KSI kind of thing.
That's yes, I would hope so. My thing is, I'm just wondering, like, where do you? Because you can't continue that forever. It's like how next? Do you? Yeah, what is your next, and how do you grow? Because real quick, sorry, like the KSI is. That starting off with the video, like the FIFA, the screaming, the reacts, doing this with my mom, whatever, my dad, and then going into Sidemen and now doing content there, and then now also music, and then boxing, then product, and then now a business as well. Like even the thing that they're about to launch with
Netflix,
Speed, Inside is going on to Netflix, but they're launching like a league. They did this massive promo. It was crazy. They had all these legends from Premier League and all that. Wow. But they're launching like I think it was like an indoor 7-a-side league or something like that. And Speed is head of the US branch. KSI and whoever else is head of the. It's just the evolution.
So I think you hit that level where people just start coming to you with ideas, and that you're the face of the ideas. It's not always your ideas. You just are the face of it, and obviously you get a cut. And that's where real wealth is, when you're not actually working, right? But it's like obviously you are working, but it's like you're not developing this from scratch. There's a whole machine that's already set up for you. Come in and we just need you to play these roles.
Well, what I wonder though is like if people are really, really drawn to you because of your streaming element, and obviously this is a flawed question because we've seen KSI do this and other people like that. But if people are really drawn to someone like Kai because of this is what you produce within your streaming and the randomness, chaos that happens within it, how does that guarantee, like what do you replicate that brings that same essence that people can still draw and tap into that in something else?
I think it's easier when you fall in love with the individual. Because right now they're not falling in love with the stream itself. They're like, we watch Kai because of who he is, because of his personality. It's like even if he didn't have these celebrities on, people would still tune in because he's just that type of person where it's like you're entertaining to watch. So it's like, okay, now you go and do acting.
Like, can you not imagine Kai being the host of Fear Factor in 10 years?
Yeah, I could see that. I could. Family Feud or something like that.
I think it'd be easy if he's passionate about
whatever it is.
And then he goes, because that's a perfect example of like Better Squad and Chunks and those guys, right? The YouTubers.
Moving on to now hosting.
But all of them, they love football. Yeah. Right? And then they ended up creating this whole football thing, right? Which is pretty huge. Yeah. So I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what it is that he's passionate about, but it's very easy for him to tap into that and build that.
Yeah. It is beautiful to see like how people are able to harness chemistry and allow that to translate through the camera. Like starting off with even just the AMP guys, and because they all stream in their own right, but then obviously they're in the house. Phantom has this thing he does like Phantom tax. So like anytime anyone's eating on stream, he would just show up like Undertaker, bro. He would just show up in the background of the camera. He gave me a bite of that burger, bro. Like, but just the way and
the way to interact, bro. Man, you remember when Kai brought a horse into his room and put Phantom on the horse? There's a whole horse, bro.
The firework wars that they have every year. That video of Kai just sitting down in the front of the screen, and the fireworks are just blitzing off in the background, and he's just there allowing it. I'm just like, this is just how you can translate this is so crazy on camera. Like you had you have Duke there being like the old head or the uncle of the group. Just the randomness that just happens. Even in the lead up to Mafiathon, Kai and Speed playing all sorts of games with each other. Like they're playing Minecraft. I forgot what that one is where you jump to try to get over the levels.
That one,
Damn. Chain Together it might be or something like that.
That's hilarious, though.
They theme up the whole background. These men are actually chained together, or they're dressed like Minecraft characters, or they have Minecraft beds. It's just, I'm like, you really... It's taken it to the next level of beyond just talking, but you're actually able to bring something through the screen. Something translates across the people. Whether it be like, oh, snap, this is a really wholesome experience. This is such a wholesome bond or chemistry or brotherhood. Or, wow, I can actually see how much effort you put behind creating this content or whatever. Like, it's mad, bro. It's
even when he had the celebrities on, like, you could see, because everything's obviously live streamed, you can see their reaction from start to finish. And a lot of the comments that he was getting was like, like they'll come in, you know, very reserved. Because we watched Chris Brown's one not long ago, like just a few minutes. But it's like you could see how they come in. Obviously, they're shy. Some of these people, obviously, like, they're celebrities, but they don't. It's different sitting in front of a camera. And like people are watching you in live time. Whatever you say or do.
The craziest part is it's not even like a full production setup camera vibes.
Just the webcam.
You know what I mean? Like they'll put a cheeky cam some lights. But it's the fact that you're seeing the numbers of how many people are tapped in right now.
And the comments as well that are rolling in.
People don't know what to do with themselves.
It's crazy.
You're right. But yeah, they're getting comfortable.
But it's like, you see them as they progress throughout the day. They're just getting more comfortable. Even SZA as well. She came in, she was very reserved and stuff. But you just saw after when she was leaving, she was dancing, she was getting up. And I think he really does need to, like, obviously he probably does, but like thank his boys, because as soon as they come in, their energy is just on 100. It's not like on a vibe of like, oh my gosh, starstruck, like who is this?
They come in with like,
like we're all homies here, we're all the same level.
They're the entertainment. They know the artist is the artist. We're the entertainment, and we have to bring it out of the artist.
Well, I don't know. I heard that's TD effect as well. Man. We do that as well.
Very good.
We might need to do a live stream.
Two people that were really, or two groups of people that were really dope. He brought on Miranda Cosgrove, which is Carly from My Carly. Cool. So that was lit.
I like that.
Nostalgic, man.
And it's funny, like this is not her settings as well.
On this, that I was going to say this before, the one thing I really like about Kai is that Kai is not restricted, which is probably what makes him great, is not restricted to what his peers would think is cool or corny. Right? So it's like if he goes, I like iCarly, I'm gonna bring iCarly through.
And makes everyone else like
and makes everyone, makes everyone. You remember when there was that one guy at school that went, hey man, Justin Bieber's not really that bad. And we were like, you know what? He's really not.
Right.
You know?
Everyone comes the next day with the fringe. Bro.
Kai's that guy, and that takes confidence, right? Especially when it's like, and I think this is the thing with Kai. It's like Kai represents a young American's view on the internet. Like, sorry, a young American that lives on the internet, not a young black kid in America that lives on the internet. He's like. He's cool to all of America.
Everyone else that also exists within the same space.
Within that internet space, I'm talking.
Which is now also global.
Which is a global thing. Which is why it's like anybody comes through would make sense. Like, you don't think... I think he could make it happen. I don't know. Kai and like Joe Rogan.
Crazy.
Like Joe Rogan to come through on his stream. It would be sensational. Kai would make it happen. Incredible.
Another person on this to even prove this even further. I don't know if you guys know the show Good Luck Charlie.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's what I was even thinking.
No one ever really. It's not one of those shows everyone talked about. But it was a banger show, right? Show, banger show. He brought the cast of Good Luck Charlie on. Charlie, the last time everyone saw her, she was a young,
a baby, like a child,
Like when the show ended, she's come on. She's like, I don't know, 16 or something, 17 now. Yeah. Everyone's like, what the heck, bro? Like, this is Charlie, and the dad's there.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
That's
the both brothers are there as well. I'm like, it's crazy. He brings them on just because I like these guys. I watched this show. Everyone was losing their minds to this content, man. So it was, this goes into the thing. I was like, did we make the right person famous now?
Yes.
Kai, right person famous.
I think what's cool is you have a lot of...
no, but that's a different thing.
What was that?
I said Jay-Z, no, but that's a different thing.
Hey, Noah's not ready for this.
No, it's alright.
There's a Dave Chappelle joke that I can't repeat. There's a Dave Chappelle joke that I can't repeat that applies to the Jay-Z situation.
Hey, you can say
it. He saves a lot.
You want to just say it? But...
what the freaking superhero?
I'm so lost.
With Kai, the good thing is like there's so many wholesome, even moments and videos and interactions that even pop up. There's the funny one where he's like praying, like a random guy comes and trying to talk to him about Jesus or whatever, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I know Jesus, man." Then he prays for the guy. I think the guy says like, can I pray for you? Or Kai says, I'll pray for you instead of something like that. And then he starts reciting the Our Father. I'm like, snap, okay, so I didn't really know how to pray. Says the Our Father, and then he prays. I'm like, wait, like, okay, so it's an interesting way it's a young guy that has clearly had it's almost like a Philip Anthony Mitchell upbringing of like, church is around and church is important or faith is important, but I'm also still around some crazy stuff. So I'm like, I don't know how his mom raised him, but she clearly raised him with these values that do stem from faith. But the environment they're in is still also New York. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which is very similar. Like Philip Anthony, he gets into that as well, of like parents having church in the basement, going to church regularly, but then at the same time on the weekend or like during the week, he's in the streets selling drugs. Like, he's around crazy people, but his man's got the values like that.
The foundation still.
And you see that track as well in the way he treats people, the way when things happen, how he handles some certain situation. Honestly, I'm gonna eat all my words if anything goes crazy. Like, it'll be very sad.
I was gonna say the impressive thing with Kai so far is that there's never been anything super controversial about him
that he's done. There's been a lot around him.
That's not his fault.
Yeah. But even how
although at a certain point, when there's too much controversy around you, people start going.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Like, nothing has really popped off crazy from, I guess, his.
Who's the last, like, we made the right person famous person?
Before someone like Kai.
Damn.
The right person we made famous.
Mr. Beast?
Facts.
Is he?
Yeah.
There hasn't been anything crazy around him.
Oh.
Not him
around
directly.
him, yeah.
I would say so.
Yes, except Mr. Beast. There's an element of we made him famous, but his is also like, that's the model. Like, it was a very calculated model.
See, because for me, Mr. Beast isn't so much personality.
Yeah,
like, he's not like. I say this lightly. It's like you could put anybody that's a nice person into that position, and they could run the video well. But obviously, he's incredibly talented. What he does, I'm not trying. But it's like
it's the video.
Like, how much do you know about his personality? Is what I'm saying. You know, other than he's a generous
his personality
guy.
Is also quite not like his two-faced, but it's very different
on like podcasts. He makes content for kids and adults.
He's a curator creating content. He's Kirk Franklin, bro, of YouTube. He creates content. Come on, man. So. I don't know. I guess,
so not him?
I don't know. We made him famous, but he also reinvested into the machine and created that content himself. So it's an interesting one. Very low scale and isn't as crazy famous in the same way we're talking about Kai Cenat. But someone like a Jessica Malboy, I just feel like he wants to spit in something right now. He's like,
no. Wait, what? I'm just curious to hear it out.
I just like, when there's someone that's you're just actually fully wholesome. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you didn't use your fame to use your mind or any way. What?
Yeah.
You've what?
I know her cousin.
Jessica Malboy. Where she be at?
Who's the cousin, bro?
I know.
We ran one with Jessica Malboy. One of our friends was in Luxembourg. Jessica Malboy's there as well. At the same time, next thing you know, he's just in the background of one of her stories. Do you remember this? Just in the background of one of her stories, randomly, man. That's the only person I can think of. I think.
Interesting. I don't know.
In terms of the controversy that did happen on the stream, very quickly, there was a magician that came on. Marwa told me about this. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, this was very weird.
The magician Max Major came onto the stream during that Sexy Red ep, and then he pulled a prank where he was doing something, whatever, and then something went wrong. Pretty much looked like he...
So he told Kai to hold ropes, and then he was like, pull one rope and you'll see what's going to happen. But so the prank was between him and his people, and they didn't let Kai
in on it.
Yeah, they didn't let Kai
know
for
context, there's a bunch of nooses.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that they had hella
nooses. Which, that's, for me, was kind of weird. Like,
why do that?
Why? Yeah, and also like just the symbolism of nooses, Alana, which is
he didn't read the room.
It's a bit weird. Yeah.
Well, I mean, everything he did was weird up until even the very end of it. Right? Which I think maybe if they were uncomfortable with like Kai and the team, they maybe should have cut it then. Yeah. After seeing that, but I guess at the end of the day, you're live right now.
Yeah.
Brought this person down. Let me see what this goes.
You're in an awkward position as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyways, pulls the rope, whatever. Looks like the guy pretty much has now been hanged on camera. Mm-hmm. and then they rush everyone out. Like, they rush him to another room. So Sexy Red and her crew, Kai and his crew, everyone get out kind of vibes. Yeah. And I think it was crazy that, like, this is some of the minor stuff, but, like, Nike even unfollowed him from that incident, I believe. Like, and I don't know what other, like, kind of ramifications happened.
Isn't that crazy? Instantly.
I was looking at Nike like, come on, man, don't be childish now.
That's so crazy.
Especially when...
Like, you could tell it wasn't planned. He didn't plan to do that.
It's crazy how quick the companies are on this.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day, we also don't know. Like, they're working with money, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what that does for their...
For sure.
Very quickly, like, there's stocks that impacts that one...
Yeah, you're accountable to shareholders. That's facts.
Exactly. And like, if that means stock 200 million stocks, like, worth of stock, like...
unfollow him.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah. Yo. But yeah, it pretty much looked like the guy got hanged on cam and no one knew what was going on. Sexy Red and them are there too, like, what's happening? The guy texts Kai like, yo, it was a prank, let's not let them know what happened. Like, let's just leave it like hanging. Wow, lol, no pun intended. Like, let's leave it like a cliffhanger kind of thing there. Yeah. Kai's like, bruv, what? They all dipped as well. Yeah. Except for one guy that was trying to run away too. They grabbed him, bruv, took him upstairs. Took the guy upstairs and said, answer the questions. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Peak, bro. It was.
was.
I'm just like, that's a very weird thing to do.
Apparently, he was like, platform. This whole thing was planned since the first time I actually came down on this stream, because that wasn't his first.
That was the second time the guy was on.
Second time. So he was trying to make it like, oh no, this was planned from the get go.
It was a big deal because Kai's stream could have ended. Twitch could have shut it down.
I thought
because of their rules and regulations.
I think he got He got a strike, or maybe a strike doesn't do anything, but I think he got a strike from it. Crazy behavior, man.
It really is. But it was cool. Cool to experience.
Dope to see someone getting rich like that.
Anyways, I was just going to say quickly, it's one of those things, we always have those conversations of like, what else can we, like, our generation create? What's new? What's next? You know? And it's like, okay, who would have thought that someone could be on a live stream and make that much money? And also, shout out to him. He's building a school in Nigeria. Yeah,
I think it was 20% or something like that.
Yeah, going towards building. So
wow. Yeah, no one really knows how much they actually made. It's definitely at least more than 3.6 million, because I think that's the agreed speculated value for that month. But I think it's clear.
It's probably going to be more than that, for sure.
Like, maybe that's just from donations.
I don't even know. Because even at the end of the day, even if you do the numbers on 728,000 as well for that month times 8, like, that number alone is a madness. And then, you add the donations, you add who knows what kind of sponsorship was going down as well. The production team behind this is crazy. It's a full room. And
the amount of salary as well out of that.
Overheads must be crazy for doing something like that, but very mad. Very randomly, just this small one that you sent about the goalkeeper, I think is hilarious. Like, while we're talking about people making quick money.
So this is like, obviously known about this for time, but it's out of your kind of world
out of our
views. World. Yeah. But basically, Scott Carson is so every football roster will have, like, the squad list will have 3 goalkeepers. Yeah. First goalkeeper is obviously your main one. That's normally, the number one, all that kind of stuff. And they play most games. Nowadays, because a lot of clubs play, especially the clubs that are higher up in the leagues, play a lot more games. Like, it's normal for clubs to play like 70 plus games in a season.
That's a madness.
The number 2 gets a lot of, like, time in the cup and instead of, like, the league. Maybe, here and there has to come on for the Champions League and whatnot. But it's rare, right? Third goalkeeper, normally, like,
doesn't touch grass.
They don't really, like, they're important for training. They're important if injuries happen. Scott Carson is 39 years old. He's been at Manchester City for a whole bunch of years, but the reason they keep him, right? I think he's the lowest paid player on their roster as well. Wow. But basically, the Premier League allows teams to have 25 players named in the squad. 8 of them must have spent at least 3 years as a youth player in an English team.
It's very. Why is that a rule? Do you know? Like,
it's because they want to encourage grassroots football in the country. Okay, right. It's actually very important. Yeah. Like, so years ago there was actually this rule that they were talking about.
Got you.
I think UEFA was trying to implement this thing called 6+5, where at any time on the field you have to have 6 players
playing
from the country,
right? Oh,
wow.
On the field, and 5 internationals, or the other way around, whatever. But that was kind of like, with the, what's it called, like the economy of football and the business of football, it was like, get it out of here. Right?
That rule only exists within England as well. Like, that would only make sense.
It would only help England, Spain,
exactly, because they're pulling in.
Exactly. So basically, In order to comply with regulations, City filled that spot with Scott Carson, who had been at Leeds United since he was 15, right? So in 2022, he entered the field of play as a tribute and received a standing ovation from the entire crowd. Right? That was his second game in a City shirt, right? He gets £30,000 a week, which means his salary is 1.4 million a year or 3 million Australian, right?
You're kidding.
What does he do?
It's a good life, right? It's a good life. And he's happy with that role, obviously.
Of course. Who wouldn't be?
The thing is, he's an elite footballer, incredible goalkeeper.
Wow.
We wouldn't know.
But for them, they're like, we don't want to waste this position on like that we have to have on our roster when we could be getting like a bunch of young players from Portugal, a bunch of young players from Spain, a bunch of young Croatians and all this kind of stuff. They're like, we'd rather do that. And so they're like, let's just fill it with him because the third goalkeeper's not going to play that much anyway. Gosh, he's good for the team morale. Right, he's like, you know, because that was
of course he would, but it's hilarious.
Also, Udonis Haslem,
for Miami,
they kept him on for years. Like he would play like 4 minutes a season,
and he's the 15th player on the roster.
Yeah, and so their thing with him was like, UD's really good because he coaches the young men on the team in life.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this. Beyond the like, this is
your OG
great players.
You just be OG and show these.
I'm assuming he's the oldest.
He's the oldest player on the squad as well. Yeah, 39 years old. But man, at 39 to be playing basically no minutes, 30,000 a week, you're just staying fit through training.
Of course,
bro, your wife would love you, man.
Talk to me.
You're such a you're present.
No, you're not, because you're still traveling with the team. Are you not?
You'd have to.
Nah,
you're not. You're getting called up.
Because a lot of the time, so the squad is 25 players.
Yep.
But they, I don't know if it's changed now, but they bring like 18 or 20 to the game.
Okay,
so a lot of time they're only bringing one substitute goalkeeper. So a lot of time he's not traveling either.
Bro, you're bringing in the guap for your babes.
That is actually
hopefully,
amazing.
if he's married, then this all makes sense.
Let me check if he's married. I hope he is.
Do you need to have like 4? You can have 5 kids, bro, at this rate.
That's
you get
true.
me?
That's
5 kids,
solid
family.
Bro, what? Normal people can have 5 kids.
Nah, you can, but you're not making 1.4 million pounds a year and being present.
Yeah, he's married since 2008.
Nah, he ain't.
Yeah.
How did God? Wait. Hey, what's wrong?
Hey, everything.
This or what?
He's
Something's wrong.
6'3".
6'3" is what?
Damn.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, the guy probably got a whole full-time job going on.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And the coach said,
advisory group.
Say a keeper is down. He has to call it sick for his other job.
Finally gets a game. I can't make it. Sorry.
Calls him sick for his 9 to 5, bro.
I love that for him, man. Yes.
Bro, how did these type of setups occur? Like,
It's very much winning the lottery in life. Like, how can this exist, kind of thing? You know,
why? I'm not mad at it.
I'm happy for you.
Angry.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, we can't be that bad.
I will say this: I believe in athletes getting paid what they get paid. I don't. For a second, I don't doubt it.
No, and this is why women in sports are getting angry, bro.
Shut up. Oh, don't piss me off.
He's the third named goalkeeper.
Okay.
And he's making that much.
Earning 1.4 million a year. Some of these galley are putting life on the line in sports,
angry too.
man.
The heck? I'd be angry too.
And getting not even 200K. Getting a full-time consulting salary. And putting their body on the line, bro. Training every day.
Yeah,
Brother, did we watch the same World Cup?
Women's FIFA World Cup, though. Come on now. Wait,
it was
not like them 14-0 games.
Everyone really enjoyed it.
A good game.
People
were doing handball and
okay, you guys are actually too much. We're
not too much.
We're not doing this today.
I said, also, I'm not even fight this anymore, but I like women's sport. I believe in it. Some of it.
Don't believe in them getting paid.
That's not. I believe in you get paid what you bring to the table.
No, that's
I believe in funding it. Absolutely. Yeah. I believe in subsidizing.
Bro, what about that post I saw from 2012 when he said defund women's sports? I swear.
I said defund women's. I said defund women's activities. No, I'm joking.
You're such a rat.
I believe in subsidizing. I believe in sponsoring. I believe all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Make a livable wage, sure. But to be like...
But it's not their fault that people... Anyways, I mean...
It literally is! Whose fault would it be?
Friend, okay.
Like because there are certain women's sports that get the same money and they deserve it. Tennis is a great example.
I agree with that.
Where it is just as entertaining to watch the women's sports.
And they bring in people. They bring numbers.
That's what I'm saying. They bring in enough numbers that people care, right? It is as intense. It is as exciting.
Please say they're gonna say silence
because there's nothing to say.
I'm just listening.
Like the basketball is getting better at a faster rate than the soccer is.
Yes.
Shout out to Kate Lady.
The soccer's getting better in maybe like 4 countries. Australia being one of them.
That's good,
right?
Sure.
Like our Matildas are a better export than the Socceroos are.
How crazy!
Which is.
That's actually crazy.
It is marketed as a better export than the soccer because the Socceroos have done very incredible things in a much more difficult competition, the men's World Cup.
I was going to say the other thing is as well that the leagues they're playing.
Yes.
I'm sure maybe it is also still 0.1%, whatever 1% difficulty in the women's, but we're talking about, like, we see how you have your Sam Kerrs in like is it Chelsea? Yeah. And all these beautiful Australian exports
Mary Fowler's at City, all this kind of stuff.
Like I understand why it's very, very difficult for your, let's give a name right now, man.
Massimo Longos, he's at Ipswich Town,
tough,
right?
Like, you know what I mean? It's a tough competition, but they are doing well.
I think it's easier. It's easier to bring in those type of crowds for the individual sports. I feel like tennis is just a very
volleyball's
unfair.
a great example. Volleyball's a great example where the women's is just as exciting as the men's.
But the volleyball,
not even funny here, whatever.
Pretty intense.
Is it?
Yeah, it really.
Why are you
Women's sprinting. Like, yes.
Individual sport, once again.
Yeah, she got
the relay.
But how often do we see how often do people go and watch the relay?
Only for the just to watch a relay 40 seconds.
Hey, but we do that for the men's.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a whole athletics.
The only time people tune into that stuff is literally. What's wrong?
Wait, so what do you say? Like,
I'm saying because he's saying tennis. I said tennis is literally the only thing that you can say because first of all, it's an individual sport, and you have people like Serena and
Sharapova. Let me help you out with some names here.
They're all personalities, right? We see how they are on the court, their personality, so people tune into them. Whereas we're talking about like Matildas,
like the way
and
they individually play the sport.
People enjoy watching them as
saying.
individuals, right? Volleyball, I'm not too sure about that because I'm not, across that, I don't watch it and all. But even with soccer, like for one, the crowd engagement is so much larger than volleyball, I'm assuming, right? If you're looking at a stadium just in its entirety, there's so many more people you have to get to come in for it to look like, okay, we're supporting these guys. Secondly, also, they're not being marketed as well. They're not getting sponsors as well.
What are you talking about specifically? Because in Australia, the Matildas are marketed better than the Socceroos, right? And they bring in numbers. They brought out 70,000 people at was it Accor Stadium in Sydney, right? That's incredible. Pay them their cut. They deserve that. International football is obviously complicated with payments because a lot of the pays are very different to club football, right? But that's like a great example of like, okay, when you can bring out the numbers, you should get the money.
Is there
like the money? Is there
women's A-League?
Yeah, the W League. Yeah.
So you say they should be paid? Everyone should be paid equally? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
But that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't like where would the money come from?
Oh, we're waiting.
Like this is
one day.
Like my thing is, if one day it makes sense, absolutely. If one day it makes sense for the woman to get paid more than the men, send it.
Yeah.
I just won't be watching anymore. That's the rest of your sentence.
That's drag, bro. If the quality is better,
I do get it. It is, you can't pay someone
what they didn't earn.
You can't pay that,
but it's also like if the company is only bringing $1 million, we can only afford to.
Do you know how many slam dunks have happened in the women's NBA since it started?
How many?
I think it's like 30. I'm not joking. That's not me dragging because we're all laughing. It sounds like I'm just shitting on it. I'm serious. I think it's under 50.
Do you watch NBA for the dunks?
Right. Brother, we remember when Iguodala got a block on him. That's how good it is.
Yeah, bro.
The dunk is one of the There's a whole dunk contest.
Where randomly you see Ja Morant saying, I'm going to stop dunking. Did you see this? He's like, I'm going to stop dunking in basketball. No, next thing you know, he just does a double pump, bro. He's like, I can't help it, man. He ain't getting that from me.
Well,
it's tough, bro.
you know, it's,
It is really fun
there
to
is
one
some,
way or another, but we'll
there is some frustration, but it's all good. We can't fix that.
But anyways, ladies, please don't go for Scott Carson. He didn't ask for this, but he got it.
Yeah.
That's
he worked for
what he's got, man.
He worked for it, bro.
He did work for it. He got himself. You got to be a smart person to get yourself in certain situations.
Crazy, bro.
It's not a hard job, though.
Wait, what are you saying?
Segue.
You didn't want to do top 3, all that kind of stuff. All right, fine. Let's go.
This girl, man.
All right, Marwa, introduce this topic. I'm keen to talk about it.
What's the topic?
All right. I guess on the topic of jobs and what's easy and what's hard, I don't know if you guys have been following or follow any kind of influencers, Australian influencers on TikTok, but recently we had the TikTok Awards that happened, right? Yes. And on the red carpet, the influencers who were there were asked the question of, is influencing harder than your previous job? I'm pretty sure that's the kind of question that was being asked. Is it harder than your previous job? And there was a clip that was put out of a few influencers just responding to that question in itself. Some people, of course, were like, influencing is very easy. We're very privileged, very lucky. And there were a few people, 2 in particular, one being Veronica, who we actually had on this podcast.
Veronica B, man.
Yes. So if you want to check out her episode, feel free to. I'm pretty sure the audio wasn't great. But we had Veronica on, and she was one of the people that responded, I guess, in a way that the viewers did not like. Does anyone have her actual response, what it was?
I mean, she essentially said, it's
like, it's a hard job.
Yeah, she said it's a hard job. Like, you have to, I have to manage this, I have to organize this, I have to create skits, I have to create the content, edit content, manage myself. She's like, I'm the accountant, I'm this, I'm that. I don't know if she went into that full extent, but I know previously that's the kind of stuff she said. Yeah,
that's what she said, yes, for sure. Yeah, so ultimately, her thing was just like, yes, it is actually very hard. And the people in the comments were not with it at all.
In the comments around the world?
In the comments, just everything. A lot of videos were popping up about it as well, just kind of being like, who's this girl? Why is she acting so privileged? Like, as if you are. And they started comparing her influencing job, I guess, to your regular 9-to-5 jobs. So like your doctors, your nurses, your teachers and all that type of thing, where it's like this person is complaining about their, presence online and their job, having to edit, make videos, like they're living this life. Whereas we over here are working 9-to-5. We don't actually get to clock off mentally. And it was just a whole conversation that was going on around it. She did jump onto a podcast to try and kind of explain a bit further. One thing I did like, she didn't double down on it. She's kind of gone with what she's like, what I said is what I said. Obviously there's a lot of nuance and conversation that can be had from it, but ultimately, because I am the sole person who does all of my accounting, all of the emailing, everything, like she does everything for it. She's like, it is hard, and that's just where I stand, and that's my opinion on it.
Well, why are people making this about themselves? Like, where did the nursing come from, right? Because the question, correct me if I'm wrong, the question was, is it being an influencer harder than your previous job?
No. Like, is it harder, or is it a hard job, period?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what the conversation became. If that was the initial question.
Yeah, if it's harder than your previous job, then we can't speak on her situation, what her previous job was, right? And if she found it harder or not.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because her previous job is like, it was actually pretty easy for me. If I could go back to that and not worry about anything, I should do it, right? I think now people are coming up and, and trying to use extreme examples, which obviously everyone knows nursing is hard. 12-hour shifts, the clock off, the mentally, you can't argue
night
that.
shift.
Night shift, So clearly people just went for the extreme example to try to showcase that it's not harder than this. But again, I'd probably have to see what the original question was.
Yeah.
Because we can't take that away from her own experience as well. And I think living today's world is that people don't get to express their own experience. Right, so if your experience is this,
people can, but if the loud minority doesn't agree with,
that's what I'm saying. So it's almost like I can express my own experience, right? So example, Veronica's one is, this is my experience. So how are you to come into my life and tell me it's wrong? This is what I've went through. It's the same way if someone goes, hey, is podcasting easier or harder than your job right now? And your answer is podcasting's harder. right? I can't come to you and say, no, it's not. You're talking from your own experience, and you're the one that goes to work 9 to 5, and then you come here on podcast and you do your stuff, but I can't tell you what's harder for you.
You know what it is? This okay. One, because I think why the conversation becomes amplified is because a lot of all the other people, mainly all the answers was no, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not harder, or no, it's not a hard job. Period.
Yeah. And it was a lot. Some of the content creators, were actually like, they have a lot more followers than her as well. So I think that's why it was kind of like, okay, these big time guys are saying it's not hard, whereas you. But can
we not just flip that and then say that's like another form of privilege, because they have a whole team. They have a whole machine behind them. Like, it would be easy to be the personality that, like, I don't know, like a chunks. You don't have to set up a camera. You don't have to worry about an SD card. You've never forgotten your laptop at home, had to drive back 40 minutes, all this kind of stuff. Like, you don't know. You don't know. You just walk in, everything's set up for you. You're the personality.
Exactly. They have a whole podcast that, that the whole production team is saying, hey, everything's covered.
Yeah. Right. He didn't move no couch to put no lights in there to set up the set.
So when someone like, I don't know, Anna Paul says it's easy, right? Or like, this is not a serious job, like whatever. It's like, like for sure, like it's a sweetheart thing to say, but it's like,
you might be true, saying the truth at your level.
At your level, that's true. But it's like, I can see how someone that, let's say, has to do every single step of the way, and then like think about editing every video and know I have to get out all this content and whatnot. It's like, that's hard. And I only say that as someone like who has also spent a year of my life like managing my own business. It's like, I would say this, I have the most unserious job in the world. Like I would say if all my friends were stranded on an island, I have the most useless skill. What am I, a pretty SOS sign? Like graphic design, like what the heck? But it is hard to run your own business. You know what I mean? When you're thinking this and that and
100%.
And bills and whatnot, and it's like, you're not guaranteed like, oh, I know I've got this much coming every month. And
that could be her situation. That's not guaranteed.
Hold on. What was he saying? What's he doing?
Because I don't know who was answering the questions, and I don't want this to turn into a weird thing, but it's like something like an Anna Paul saying it's easy when a lot of her income, I would assume, is OnlyFans, right? Is a real, like, regardless of what it is, that's a subscription system that at your level is a constant income. I'm not here to talk about the morality of things or anything like that.
But just the fact that you can do that.
Yeah, right? And so it's like, and that funnels in, it's like this endless cycle of that funnels into your followers, which funnels into your OnlyFans subscribers, which is like smart business, right? I can't knock that. But it's like, that is a different level
Someone creating a new skit every single day.
Then thinking about like, okay, let me write down a script. Let me figure this out. Let me figure out how I can incorporate the brand deal for this. All that kind of stuff. It does require mental effort. I don't think it's as simple. Now, obviously, it's nothing like being a brain surgeon. But
it's a different level of skill having to
there also is that like point where it's like, you know how, like, I don't know, imagine every time someone tells you like they're depressed in this part of the world, you told them, the dumb response of, there's starving children in Africa. Like, what? But like yes, there is, absolutely. But also like this person's depressed in Belgium. You know what I mean? And it's like the two can be true. Yeah. That person that's depressed is not saying my situation's worse than these people.
Yeah. I think I think both arguments are true in terms of people saying
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think both,
exactly.
But also because I think on one hand, though, I think the people and the masses, there's a slight element of projecting as well. That comes into play in terms of the anger that you have for this, because part of you is like that. I wish I could be able to do this. So how dare you say it's hard?
Yeah,
because I would love to be in your position. So how dare you try to make your job kind of look hard? I think I would think that's the majority of what people's anger.
I think so.
Not most. I don't think most of it comes from like, oh, what the heck? You're absolutely pooping on the nurses and you're pooping on the truck drivers that drive 14 hours. Because that's not what she was doing as well. Yeah, which is not what she was doing, obviously. But I think, and that's not what. So when people come with that argument or flip it into that, I don't think that's very true to the heart of where the vim and anger might come from. I think a lot of people, like I said, is you're projecting in terms of like, if you had it your way, you would actually want to be in this position. And the reason you're not is because you actually don't have the skill and the ability to create in the way that she can or people like her can. Like I said, when we're talking about kind of stuff, it's crazy to be able to translate chemistry through a screen. It's crazy to, in her form of creating skits as well, it's crazy to capture a people group's experience and distill it down to a 30-second skit and replicate that X amount of times. To now also do it on a second account, your Auntie Salma as well. So I think a lot of people's things like, I'm angry that you're saying that this is easy, but the reason I can't is because I can't. I actually don't have the ability. It's not because I don't respect this job. Because I was going to say, if you think about like a director, a movie director, they walk away with a bag of Chino. Yeah? What are they doing? When we just boil it down, what are they doing?
Managers.
They're there. You go this, you do this. Not once did they rehearse a line and jump, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of them, not once were they behind the cam, making sure the angle is like tight and actually, you know what I mean? They're the ones that are, following, doing the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mainly, they've got the vision and they know how to now translate that vision to a feature-length film, right? But the reason none of us are getting mad at them is because we respected that. We actually can't do that. I think a lot of people think that they can be content creators, right?
Yeah.
That it's as easy as you picking up your phone.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Steve Jobs creation has given people millions of dollars, right?
But also it's how people also talk about content as well, right? Where it's like, I want to get started. What did they say? You have a phone there?
Yeah, just start recording.
Get started. How often do we hear that?
That's why people are so annoyed. The barrier of entry to this job is very small.
It's just your mind.
The difference
the barrier of entry is your mind, and you subconsciously don't start it because you realize how hard it is.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you realize, if I start, I have to keep going. And that means I always have to be... good examples, I've always loved the idea of doing like little... like you guys are pretty good at this, where you like just vlog your days. Okay, both of you. And then just put together a reel at the end of the day. Whatnot. I'm always like, it's so easy. Like I'm good with this stuff. I have an eye for this stuff. I'm just the idea of having to take my phone out all the time to film what I'm doing. So I can't bother.
Sit down.
But it's like the barrier to entry is just in my mind.
Yeah.
But it's like because I acknowledge that it's hard.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is for most people then. Man. Like that's what it actually comes down to. Because the barrier of entry is not that much at all. But realizing I can't do this. I think that's what the anger really does come from.
Because I real quick 6 months ago, I think someone actually asked Kai on the stream. It's like, is streaming harder than 9 to 5? He was like, heck no. I'm just sitting over here entertaining y'all. How's that harder than blah? But that's his experience.
Yeah.
Right? And his experience, and this is the thing as well. People are talking about their current present situation.
Yes.
No one ever answers the question based on 5 years ago when they're just getting started.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So if someone goes, hey, it's podcasting easy, you're not going to answer the question based on when you first got started, right?
Yeah.
It's
pay for things out of pocket and all that. Yeah.
As I start.
But also, like, if we were to break down what goes into podcasting, right?
No one's jumping into it just on willy-nilly anymore, yeah?
Brother.
Yeah, brother.
It's
That's why these COVID cats
3
ain't around
hours.
no more.
Literally, it's 3 hours minimum a week of being there, even if your episode's an hour long, right? Yeah. The time of editing and everything afterwards, the amount of clips that need to be created, the planning ahead at some point for us. But like all that
Someone help!
Bro, it's like that's a guaranteed 8 hours of your week minimum. Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's just like...
And that's without all the, having people that you have...
Bro, that's a casual shift.
Yeah.
That's a casual shift. Like, put it this way. Like, I would say there's nothing easier than being an employee.
I know what
in terms of the stress.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right? In terms of the stress of, when you're an employee, you can decide, I'm going to poop this week. And I'm going to do nothing. I was not in the mood for it, right? Now, obviously, it is harder in service jobs. But it's like, we've even heard about nurses being lazy on the shift. You know what I mean? It's like, I won't take their blood pressure this time. Just I can't be bothered.
Drops dead.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, instead of doing all the extra protocols, like the additional things, it's like, whatever.
But at least you have that guarantee of you're getting paid at the end of the week.
You know the money's coming through.
You know you got
what?
home
Self-employed
tonight.
me, I have a week of I can't be bothered.
He's finished, bro.
Also, I can't be bothered filling up my petrol tank, bro.
Bro.
Staying home.
He's asking Anna Paul, how do I get involved?
Bro, how do I sell me?
My guys, hey, yo, are you going to the vehicle? Can I ride with you?
Yo.
Yeah, but like for real, like there's like in terms of the stress aspect of things, I would say being employed is probably the least. Like I'm talking again, not the extreme situations, but I'm like, let's say like a mechanic. Yeah. being employed as a mechanic is not as stressful as being the mechanic that has a business and employs people. When you know that I need to make salaries for people this week, that's a different kind of stress.
And if you don't, you still got to pay them.
You still have to pay them. And where's that money going to come from?
You get it figure out. Yeah.
Not mine. Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. When these type of conversations come up, it's always the same type of jobs that will be brought up. So your nurses, your doctors, obviously those type of jobs where it is very like physically, mentally challenging on an individual. And so it's kind of like once you bring those type of
people
jobs
become
up,
them.
No, yes, but it's also like when you bring those type of things up, obviously you can't, there's no comparison. You can't say anything. A nurse's job, a doctor's job, it is
the Trump
hard.
Card.
Yes, there's nothing else that you can say when someone says, oh, well, try being a nurse and doing a 12-hour shift. Like we know that's hard. I was going to say even all the answers, I feel like obviously these guys, they're all PR trained. So they're obviously going to say no, it's not as hard. It's so easy.
She forgot to hire PR, man. Damn, Veronica.
That's the thing. Veronica was doing the thing of let me just be raw and transparent, but it didn't work in her favor.
Was it on our pod or wherever? She's like, I'm an accountant, I'm the manager, I'm the casting agent, I'm pissed on that. Direct. I was like, speak.
But you would have other people's managers going, I know it's hard. I know it's the hardest thing that you've ever done.
Don't be going on there.
But don't you ever say that it's hard?
Don't you open that stinking mouth?
No, but
don't you dare.
It's not funny, but like, if you see some of these content creators, they have videos that they've put up where they've come on camera crying about the day that they've had. So for me, I'm like, clearly, because I'm not going to say who, but I can even think of like two people right now where it's like they've come on camera before. Anna Paul, literally, she's had videos where she's come on camera, she's been crying and she's just talking about like the day that she's had, like it's been a tough week, like this and that. And I'm like, okay, so you can come on camera and cry and tell people that it's been a tough week. Maybe it's been like other situations, rather not anything to do with your job or whatever. Yeah. But it's like you also go through tough times as well. So just because Veronica is coming and she's saying that, you know, she has a hard job because she has to do all of the admin and all of the type of work, it's like, okay, everyone has those moments. That's her truth. Why can't that just be her truth? And like, why are we trying to, I heard someone say today, they're like, why are we fighting for the position of who has the hardest role? Like, I don't want the hardest role. If you want to have the hardest role, have it. You know, why are we comparing? Why are we trying to do all this? So I don't know, man. It's always a conversation that comes up. But I find Australian influencers very funny and interesting.
I feel like we don't deserve to have influencers in this country because I'm always
like,
we do. Yeah, we do. But I'm just like, who are influencing? Like, what are they? Yeah. The market is different overseas, man. Like, they are proper influencing, which obviously they are influencing here in Australia too. But I'm like, the levels, bro. The yay is different.
Like, I don't know. You tap into your Tammy Hembros. Yeah. Those type of those are our influencers. Yeah, you guys told me about that one too. Okay. Yeah, man.
What are they influencing, man? That was my thing. I was just like, what's going on here, bro?
I know people are mad about the video of the year.
Video of the year, like
you know who won any awards? I don't.
I
know the fashion.
Apparently, it was a bit of a failure. The award show
was Leah.
Jojo Siwa was the highlight.
This guy went to write down the time I said the award show is a failure so that we don't get uninvited next year.
I want to get invited though. I want to get invited.
Yeah, I want to get invited to everything. I'll be
the girl.
It's Leah, the one that did the video. Yeah, Leah Holton.
That video of the year.
But the one on the Westgate?
It did, and that's another thing that was a conversation.
That's why everyone was mad. They were like, "What do you mean that's the video of the year?"
But it broke the internet.
But I think
my mom is Lauren Hill.
Like, where's this going?
But I think when people are thinking of video of the year, they're not thinking of like a video that everyone is doing, and yours just happens to blow up.
But it did.
But it blew up.
Crazy, bro.
Like, I get it.
We're part of the problem.
Do we reward looks too much?
Nah, heavy in this life, obviously.
We reward looks a lot. Like societies in general, probably, like around the world, we reward looks a lot.
Bro, like you can have the dumbest queen, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But like,
gosh.
Where am I? Luke and Pete is one of the best podcasts of two mates, just like, and they say there's one clip. You guys have to see this. But it's basically they go, would you rather date the dumbest person or the ugliest person ever? And they're like, how dumb is dumb? And he goes, you wake up, you say good morning. Where am I?
Bro, we
reward stupidity. And he still went, yeah, I'll take the dumb one. I can't be with
what do you say?
I couldn't be with...
You get
what?
Me? Yeah, bro.
Where am I?
Nah, that video making the numbers is actually.
But we love it.
I heard it wasn't great.
Yeah. Shout out Isaac though, man. Came out dripping.
Harry.
Yeah, bro. I was like, okay, you're becoming like money's coming, clearly. Like it's looking good for you right now, bro. You're getting some good.
That's good. Come on the pod.
Come on the pod, man. We got only a few minutes left, I believe. Like maybe like 20 or something. We got two pretty big
topics.
When you were going with the job on random one as well on the Anna Paul thing, I didn't know Anna Paul had a side hustle that became her main hustle.
Yeah.
No one does.
I used to always tell Marwa I love Anna Paul so much and her content. And then she would look at me funny. And I'm like, okay, first of all, why are you being jealous?
Anna Paul,
like,
who's
just
she,
allow
bro?
it. Then I realized she's been doing OnlyFriends. I said, wow.
Yeah.
There's a bigger conversation around that, but I think there's something scary about a lot of like
Especially for the
younger.
kids,
Like, bro, when I saw your little sister following her time, like 2 years
okay,
ago.
Why are you baiting it now?
No one knows who I pointed at.
I'm going,
you know, no, but I was genuine. I was like, that's so crazy because the content, bro, her vlogs are great. Her vlogs are genuinely great, and they're so. I don't. Maybe it was a one-on-one thing, but it was like they're so captivating. Like you just kind of like sweet voice, everything. But something, like unpopular opinion, but it does kind of scare me.
Yeah,
that it's like the pipeline of your content leads to that, and then it seems like that's such a. Again, unpopular opinion, but I'm willing to die on that hill. But it's like it feels scary to lead young people into that kind of career path. Like as in to make people go like, hey.
I think many people agree with you, bro.
Yeah. I do, but people are scared to admit
of course,
it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same thing about what? The train systems. You can leave that one in there.
It's illegal.
You can leave that one in there.
Moving on. Amanda's was going on in New York City.
New York, big city of dreams. Got my LA Dodger fitted on, doing my thing.
Who's that? Jay-Z.
The game. Got my LA Dodger fitted on. Yeah, it's crazy. It's
crazy.
out of a movie.
Before we start,
brother.
That was a good sound.
Yeah, it was a good sound effect. I need to clip that one there.
Before we start, what was it that Noor said last time? Remember he said something about Jay-Z and then he said, if I'm wrong.
Comes out.
Yeah, we're talking about P. Diddy.
Oh, I said I'll be wrong.
Okay.
I said it's going to come out. I just said he has a better crew around him. Okay. In general.
Yeah. Well, still speculation, allegation.
That's wild.
Well, damn, there's actually 3 things we ain't even frick, man.
Now, you're thinking United Health, yeah?
Yeah, and we have to touch on all of them, man.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Okay, just like Jay's.
Yep.
What?
Okay. We have to talk about this United Health because it's kind of crazy out here, man.
It's very straight out of a movie.
Yeah, it's okay. Obviously, let's just go into it. So the United Healthcare Group CEO Brian Thompson was assassinated in New York. It was about, I think it was early in the mornings. It was AMs, not even like early AMs. It was like it's like an 7 a.m. vibe. So like
he's walking into. He was
on the way to a meeting. So it was near the Hilton Hotel. On the way to a meeting with like business partner and other people. Like proper. Just a normal morning, you know. You've woken up. You're ready to start your day.
You know how they talk like that thing of like you have a feeling. On those days, like, but we don't know that.
Yeah, like no one can tell us.
You know what? I don't know if I saw it. Sorry, this is gonna go so off track.
Thing, bro.
I think I saw a movie when I was a kid that was like animated, but then it made me think that this is how life works: is that the last thing you saw gets stuck in your iris, and then like if you shine a light through it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It displays like a projector.
No, wait, why do I have this?
Is this a Mandela effect?
No, but I have this as well. Though. Like, what's going on?
Do you know what I'm like? Literally, like if you just take it and then you put the cornea in front of
I think it was a
light.
Movie, though.
It's potentially right.
Yeah.
And then it's like that. Oh, that's how they solved the murder or something like that.
Oh snap!
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because then they saw like the person going.
No, bro, it was a murder thing. Yeah. Wait, hold on that way. Whoa.
That's ridiculous.
It's a stick up, bro. This was a. Somebody let us know,
find me that.
What the heck?
Find me that cat.
Let me stop.
Yes. So
guys,
on that.
Come on, man.
Like imagine we just like check this guy's iris right now and then solve.
Oh no, it's not a movie. This is real life.
Real life.
It's actually happened.
And the man got, bro. Brian Thompson was assassinated at around 8 a.m. In New York on the way to a meeting. Literally, a guy point blank range, just pulls up behind him. Don't think that like Brian ever turned around or anything. I don't think I've watched the full video.
Oh, this video.
Yeah, man, it's great. Like it's right. It's actually because the broader conversation I wanted to get into is more around like, and I don't know if we can go too crazy today, but it's like, at what point do you have to get to that you don't value another life? And this is obviously something we think about and.
Interesting, because I want to hear what angle you mean this from.
Yeah, because
the murder or the health insurance.
Well, hey, this is a double whammy kind of. Yeah, I'm moving my Kendrick bag. I got double entendres for this one.
Yeah,
like
whacked out CEOs.
Oh no. Oh. Yeah. You didn't see what he just did.
No,
bro.
I didn't see if I heard. Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like Kendrick's song. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Because, like, it's point blank range that he gets this guy. An assassin, clearly something. We don't know what the broader thing is. There's many layers that you could say is a part of this. But a guy just pulls up behind him, point blank range. I'm pretty sure the gun even, like, misfired or jammed even in the first instance.
Eek.
Nah. But, like, the way even, like, NYPD was gassing this guy because they were, like, the way he just, like,
yeah, they said he's a professional.
Yeah, this is a...
they said he's a hitman.
They were saying, like most of the reporting was on the fact of how smoky this guy was.
Yeah, in fact, that's all I really heard.
Bro, it's so...
He's not a businessman. He's a businessman.
It's so, like, bro... Did they not, like, are you all even trying to solve this? Are you trying to solve it because you want to dap him up, like, or, like, learn from him?
I know who it was.
Bro.
It was the Turkish guy from the Olympics.
Bro, because he was just, like, he was pawn it. Look, bop.
Oh.
Point blank range from the back. I don't think he ever turned around or whatever, right? Now, there's so many, like, things that come into this right now. NYPD bounty was $10,000 that they put out.
That's so light.
I was like, that was kind of low.
That's so light.
FBI got involved. Yeah, FBI got involved.
70?
Huh?
Wasn't it 70?
Hold on, man.
Okay,
FBI got involved and slapped on like 50 or 55,000 or whatever it was as well.
Right.
And now it's like 65 total or 70,000 total. We can't see that.
Sorry. Very,
I saw that,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to see that after. One conversation from that, bro, if this was, maybe because it's a high profile case, if this was, like that happens in New York all the time, no bounties are getting put out. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
That because it's a high profile case, it's a big rich person, it's important enough to put pressure and get
typically
society influence.
Apparently, if you're on the bracket of making that X amount, because he's making over 10 mil, the CEO. Apparently, he's meant to be assigned like a security guard as well. Right, but apparently, that money,
bro. There's so much to it, man. Because you're seeing now that society is playing like a Stevie Wonder on it. Like if you're looking at all the comments whenever there's content around this or news article around this, in the comments, which obviously you only get the most polarizing people in comments anyway. They're all like, "Hey man, I didn't see it. I don't know who it was." Like everyone's essentially saying, "We ain't snitching. I don't care. Even if I saw the guy, I ain't saying anything." And it's because of obviously this guy was the CEO of a health insurance company or health insurance group, right? They reported, like, their projected figures for next year, 2025, is $450 billion, right?
Sheesh.
He's believed to earn a salary in the region of $10 million a year.
But if you might include.
And they also, like, I didn't get the numbers for this. I was trying to find it because I did see it briefly.
The number one.
They're the number one. The number one group.
Insurance.
They're the number one in also, denying insurance claims within America. And I don't know if that expands internationally as well.
But they are 32%.
They've got like automated technology as well that kind of is part of the screening process when it comes to claims and that too.
Yeah.
And that has also gotten a lot of people that they built and has got a lot of people in bad situations, like people that are on their last legs, but the screening has not has essentially denied them the insurance. So it's like society is all like, it's a bit sad, but it comes from the place of like they got what they got. If you're part of the machine that does this to other people, you got what's coming for you, and we're not mad at it.
Yeah.
And when I say
it's a bit Robin Hoodish,
exactly. When I say the two sides of like how much not caring about a human life, one side is that someone can assassinate someone point blank and not give a damn. Yeah. Another side is you're part of a machine or a company that has probably caused so many people to die or have bad quality of life, and you've just profited from that. Another side as well is us as the people watching this happen and then also just not caring that that person's now gone. So it's very, I don't know, it's very telling of
Like who's the bad guy?
We know who the bad guy is.
We know who the bad guy is, but
ultimately, everybody's the bad guy.
Ultimately, like last been lost, which is messed up. But what I think, because I was listening to a few stuff about it as well. This looks like it's very personal, right? It looked like this. It may look like this guy she got kids. It may be affected by this.
You mentioned that their thing rejects more insurance claims than any other.
The numbers even
is crazy.
Yeah, like there's a norm, there's a rate, there's a rate of what average or market denying is, and theirs is just clear of that kind of thing.
16,
it's peak.
yeah.
But yes, because I was thinking, I'm like, okay, there's so many different ways this can look like. It's a competitor, hide hit. It's a personal thing.
Be.
Like
that was my first thought.
Yeah, it's a personal thing where like, bro, they're projected for
I don't know if I agree with that because apparently I don't know if this is true or not because the meeting was for 8 a.m. right? Apparently the meeting ended up going ahead still.
Now they sent out like a memo or something. But I think they had to continue, but there was something that they sent out.
So it's like you take out the CEO, but then what? Like
well, I mean, CEO is CEO. The company is still the company at the end.
Bro, can you imagine they didn't say like he's dead, and then like someone goes, "Oh, where's the CEO? Man, he's lost his mind." Cancel the joke. Just get rid of it. It's not worth it. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it.
Sorry.
I actually don't mind it. You can keep it in. That's so
but yeah,
I don't know what to do.
I didn't think of the competitor one, but I was thinking more of like the person where this person is
like family member.
Was affected
by this, right? That could potentially lost their life. So it's like, you know what, I'm very angry and clearly
the only reason I don't think it could be that is because if this guy is a hitman,
that's the thing.
He probably has enough money to take care of a situation for his family member.
But that's the thing, because if it's like a professional person, assassin, whatever. So
he left on a bicycle, guys.
Unless he's hired by somebody.
He left on a bike. He literally left on a bike.
Just the city of New York on a bike.
This is straight out of one of those French artsy movies.
Bro, and then you know what happened? And then they found a bag that apparently might have belonged to him in the park. So he went through Central Park or whatever it was. And then there was a bag and inside it was Monopoly money. So like Monopoly money and like a jacket that they believed he wore when he, did his thing. So clearly this was thought out by him very well. Like very, very well.
That seems like one of those. You leave
a playing
like a little clue.
Because that would actually be kind of like a dope signature move, to leave a bag of Monopoly money.
Bro. He's gassing the guy up. This was a professional, bro.
10,000 Monopoly dollars.
Oh man,
crazy.
It
is interesting to see like how's everyone reacting to this. But you're right. You got society looking at it this way. You got this group of people. It's like, where do we stand on this whole thing right now?
My thing is, I find it a bit sad. Obviously I'm angry at like the whole, when you look at the broader system thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm angry at that, the fact that what you've created cripples lives. Like I'm angry at that. But it's also very alarming that society just doesn't care that someone's lost
this
their
person
life
got a family as well.
Way. He survived by like I think maybe 3 kids or something, his wife. Which is like you don't have that vim to be like you got what you got if you're looking at that family and the kids like in there. You would never have that vim.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
3 kids is crazy. Wife
Crazy,
and home,
bro.
like.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of, and we know there's just corporate espionage and so much that goes on at that level. I mean, you were saying something even like about how a lot of companies remove their C-suite, bro.
Yeah, so like on a lot of these high up, like the large agencies and stuff, they removed on their websites like all the pages about like our team and our leaders and all that kind of stuff. Like they removed all the like names and everything from the websites, which is
fair enough. Interesting. Fair enough to protect them. Yeah,
that's actually so scary, bro.
Jeez,
you don't realize how accessible you ultimately can be.
Your information is,
man. Even at a company level, how big the teams are. Like you know who you've employed, but you don't know who you've employed, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
That is true.
That's bad.
Madness.
Yeah. It's a bit sad, man. But I mean, it's still under investigation. Don't think they've caught him or anything like that yet.
Figure out what's going on.
Yeah, no, it was just interesting to look at the reaction. I was just like, bro, God at some points must look down and just be like, I'm so sad that this is how my children look at each other, bro. Like I made John, I said fearfully and wonderfully
But do you reckon?
Okay, cook. Part of me knows where you think.
Like I think
he's a bad thing for God.
Yeah, well, that's what I don't want to do. But it's like, I think there's a deeper sadness when humans willingly cause humans to suffer. en masse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's I think there is a level of understanding of the emotions that humans have when they, like when a man kills a man, right?
Like, as in reactionary.
Yeah, like as in God was understanding of Moses killing a man, but he was not all right with Pharaoh oppressing Moses' people.
Great freaking example.
You know what I mean?
This
like,
situation, yeah.
I think
I don't know about all right. Let's not frame it as all right.
No, not all right.
He was able to redeem that man.
Sure.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And it's it's understandable why.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, no,
you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like I just think there's a deeper wickedness to
the desensitization
to oppress a group or a generation or a population or and to get wealthy off it as well, which tends to be what happens, right? It's like that is a different level. I mean, we're seeing that now in Syria. Like, they've toppled the government. Like, that whole family that was in rule for 40 years, like, now he's escaped. Like, this is literally yesterday. He's escaped to Russia with some oligarchs that are his friends. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. Like, pretty understandable when one of those kids grows up, rebels, and pops him in the head.
Well, this is why it says it's harder for the rich to get into heaven than the camel through the eye of a needle, right? Because there is clearly something that happens to you at that point when
it
you're
corrupts.
It corrupts.
It corrupts your
the love
soul.
Of this money thing, when it corrupts, it clearly
stops you from seeing humans as valuable and worth life and love, because all of this stuff is just numbers. This health insurance stuff, all that kind of stuff, especially in the States. Like think about it. What would be a reason, right, to go, it is not worth having universal health care for people, right? What would be a reason? Because if you think about it, if people are healthy, they can also produce more.
Yeah,
right?
True.
But clearly this makes more money. They've done the maths on everything. This makes more money than everyone being healthy and producing more for the GDP, right? So it's like, this is the system worth keeping.
Yeah. What would you rather do? Would you rather invest in rehabilitation programs or reformation programs, or privatize prisons? Do you know what I'm saying? And keep that business going and the money coming from that. It's crazy.
I mean, that in itself is mad.
Yeah.
Like, well, how can you privatize incarceration?
Yeah.
So,
right? It's like, because then, as a business owner, what do I want? I want my business to win.
Oh, man.
So, hey, this is where you have those stories of the secret meeting of hip hop, whatnot. It's like, it goes from this intelligent art form in the 70s, 80s to, hey, how do we get this gangster rap to the street? Who was the street gangsters in early New York? All that was the Italians, the Irish were the street gangs, the Italians were the organized gangs, and then suddenly it became all these black boys.
Yeah.
Black families were doing pretty well in the 70s.
Humorish right now.
Well, this is what I'm saying. There are good points to what he says. He just won't like me.
Good mix, brother.
But for real, like, it's like there's merit, and then it's like from that, it's like, okay, well, now look at the incarceration rates of things. It's like, it's very true. You look at that thing of, like, in the 70s, there wasn't many fatherless homes in America in the black population.
And then you have that boom.
And then suddenly, like, that cannot be a cultural shift.
Yeah,
can't happen that fast.
It cannot happen that fast.
And
that's 1-2 generations.
Geographically as well. You can't have that type of a culture shift geographically like that too as well. Crazy, bro. We're about to get in that bag there with that, bro. I read a verse today which kind of relates to this a little bit. It was like, as long as wicked people are in power, then sin will prevail or evil will prevail. But righteous people will live long enough to see their downfall. And in my mind, because I've always had the thing of like, stop it, man. What are we fighting against, bruv? These people we can't do anything. But then it's like, that verse says like, that will continue to happen as long as we borderline allow that too. But as long as there's righteousness or people that are willing to say this is injustice, man, there's a way to bring these people down. Kind of thing,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yes.
Someone else is coming down. 2 people. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
We got a double whammy right now. We were saying Noah's going to eat his words. This is a brief one because we actually don't know what the
we do. It's still allegations, speculations.
Allegations right now. I don't know if it's even
there's allegations that Jay and Diddy raped a 13-year-old together, and there was a female celebrity that was there watching.
Well.
What?
The official like court word says like celebrity B.
Yeah, Celebrity B. Yeah, that's what they'll use.
Which I think obviously they might do like A, B, C, D kind of, but it's someone
they didn't name who it is.
Giving Beyonce, but some people are saying it's J-Lo.
J-Lo makes a lot of sense. I think her and Puffy had a lot of like interactions in that crazy world.
Peak.
Yeah. They dated, didn't they?
Yeah, they dated.
They dated a bit.
Yeah.
This thing is unfolding, bro.
Like it's very interesting.
20
years ago, yeah.
I'm still very curious about Freak, what's his face? God damn, the words are leaving my mind. The name.
J-Lo's partner?
No. Freak. Went on Club Shay Shay.
Cat Williams?
Cat Williams, that's all. The name's just not coming to my head. Cat Williams saying this is going to be a year where everything gets exposed. Yeah. And then everything gets exposed.
So many madnesses have been going down.
What the heck?
For 20 years as well.
Literally.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. The fact that so many things are like, you're talking 2 decades ago worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it being unearthed is calculated. Do you know what I'm saying? Because clearly people have known for 20 years for some things like this. 30 years when it comes to Diddy for some of the stuff as well. This is wild, bro.
How did it come out?
It's a bit disgusting. Huh?
I know what happened.
I can't remember. Was this specifically in relation?
This is a lawsuit. Someone came forward and whatnot, and so there's a lawyer actually that's presented it. Rock Nation replied on behalf of Jay-Z and said, Cockefeller Records. That's what Nas called them in the beef. It's not my words.
Bro, you know how bad that is? Like, imagine sitting in your home, and then your kids are there as well.
I couldn't wake up to a scandal, guys.
And then, this is the worst of the worst, bro. Your kids look at you and say, Daddy,
I'm 13.
No, literally.
Yeah.
He has a daughter around that age.
You know what you do?
Oh, wow.
Where am I?
Come on, man.
It's crazy, bro.
Oh.
Nah, man. What is
that?
Yeah. Was it VMA?
As in
something like that after that.
So apparently it's like this 13-year-old girl tried to enter the VMAs, but she couldn't. And then there was a car, Jay-Z's team and Diddy's team as well. They're like, oh, you can't enter here, but we can invite you to an after party, right? So then that's when she goes to the after party. They made her sign an NDA, but they didn't give her a copy of that. So she doesn't have a copy of that. I don't know if that's important or not. And then from there, that's when the thing happened with her and Jay-Z.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. And then obviously P. Diddy was watching with this other girl as well.
Yeah.
Whoever, I don't know if it's a girl or lady or man or whatever it is.
Scary, bro.
And the craziest part is we haven't unearthed like we've skimmed and scratched the surface
on so many of these cases.
Oh, bro.
Epstein, Puffy. Like, we don't actually, because
we don't know the
people
level of
that are really wealthy and affected will not allow this stuff to come out.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a conspiracy pod today. But it's like, what was the name of that guy on the Epstein one? That really rich old man. I can't remember his name. But he was like, apparently he was like the sort of brains-ish behind all this stuff and whatnot. And it's just like, bro, what is this?
Epstein unalived himself here in prison. That was his.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
The cameras weren't working.
It's a bit
true.
It's I don't know if it's like annoying is the word. The fact that literally before you can proper get everything out, something happens to the person that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Or something happens within the legal proceedings that now the prosecution like they fumbled something gravely,
and now everything becomes questionable, and then
this is strike from evidence. This is strike from evidence, and it's
mishandling evidence means it can't be used anymore because now it's been exposed.
Yes.
And now this is almost contradicting what I'm saying with the righteous thing.
Now we need to kill that person.
There will be a day where these people will fall. Yeah. Sadly, so many times these guys meddling kids get away with it. No, we're the meddling kids. So many times these villains get away with it. Yeah. But man, it's just we've barely uncovered just how wicked and evil this world is, and the people that are in these positions can be actually. You know what I'm saying?
So realistically, if Dre is guilty,
it's packed.
Yeah, like what would happen?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the outcome is. Like, obviously, jail time is one thing. Like, in terms of wealth, these guys are going to be all right for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
They've made enough, invested enough.
But you can only be all right if you're out of prison.
I think it scratches the legacy aspect of things. Like, it taints that. It affects money, obviously. Like, it affects, it was the Super Bowl that he's, or NFL rather. It affects those kind of deals money-wise. Yeah. He's not dropping tracks.
Oh, I guarantee you, if Jay's found guilty of all this stuff, they're not having black artists in the halftime show for a couple more years.
Oh,
they're gonna go back to country artists.
Oh no!
Oh man, Scotty McCreery.
I guarantee it.
Oh man,
them YN's done enough.
Let's let Kendrick get his out, and then. But yeah, I think the annoying part is like not the annoying, but if it's true, there's not aside from jail time and whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know. It taints legacy, but now it affects the family, like Jay's family. You know what I mean? Like
oh yeah, like
can we be honest? Like 31 and 19 when you start dating, it's like it doesn't ever look good for your case. You know what I mean? It's like
very, very peak.
Oh man, is Andrew Schulz from New York?
Yes.
Well, that is a beautiful segue. Someone else in hot water in New York right now.
Another person.
This is probably the end of us.
Someone else has sold out the Madison Square in under 90 seconds.
Yeah, but at what cost, huh? Obviously, we touched on it, I think, last episode or the episode before, potentially.
Something like that.
About the mention in Kendrick's Whacked Out Murals on his album GNX. We talked about the potential, but society's kind of agreed. Andrew Schulz and SNG podcast mention of like what happened with the joke that was told. Yeah. Right? Andrew Schulz on Flagrant 2 has now decided to clap back.
Just remind me what was the exact joke?
The joke that I'm trying to remember. Even then, I tried to remember it fully. It was like
there was one joke about the beard for when.
Oh, so the joke
about
the black girlfriend effect.
The black girlfriend effect. There's no point in me repeating this to myself. Let me not damage my own self too. But it was just he was pretty much obviously like dissing black women and it's painting them in a certain light as well through the joke. SNG podcast, Fuad and James didn't respond. They only laughed in that moment. Right, became a whole thing. Andrew Schulz now. That was down on the joke, triples down on the joke, actually.
Yeah.
But then also now brings Kendrick into questioning about potentially the integrity of the fact that he's trying to stand up for black women at a time when an album, you know what I mean? There's album and there's conversation, knows it's going to get conversation around it too. Andrew starts bringing stuff around Kendrick working with
South Park.
I'll
be honest, that might be the one thing of his response that I was like, that is actually a very good hypocrisy to point out.
Elaborate what that
because the story goes that apparently Kendrick is working with the South Park creators on something.
Yes.
Right? Now, South Park are overtly offensive to everybody.
Yeah.
Black women, Muslims, Christians, white people,
Ableism
gay people. Did I say gay
time.
people already? I'll say it twice. They like that one when you, like they're overtly offensive towards everybody.
Right.
And it's like, how are you? Because the bar on Whacked Out Mirrors was don't let no white comedian make jokes about black women. That's law, right? So it's like these South Park creators are white people, right? That make jokes about everybody, right? Including black people, black women. What do you actually stand on other than like that seems like a bit of like a tokenistic you're just trying to
and you know what's gonna be
show
crazy
out.
though?
That was his one good response in the whole thing.
This is gonna be probably awkward for Schulz once whatever this thing comes out, because I wouldn't be surprised if somehow
it's thought out.
Yeah, it's thought out and Kendrick is able to make this into a actually I've almost, bro, who knows if it's like I pulled up, like, who knows what it could be, but like if he's just like I put up on these guys on their own thing, and held them accountable. Like, who knows? You know what I mean? If he comes out with that instead,
wipe your chin, bro.
No, man.
No, I'm joking.
No, man.
I just meant
I'm salivating from the conversation.
I just meant you. Just meant Kendrick's in your mouth, bro.
Yo, damn it, man, brother. But you know what I mean? Like, imagine, like that becomes so awkward for like a Schulz or whatever at that point in time. But there's a very interesting reaction from socials. I think.
So what are they saying?
Well, I mean, it brings out this whole thing about comedy and the fact that anything's funny. We can joke about anything. Like I think I said this during when we were talking about the SNG one as well. That incident, I was just like, I don't think like there's like satire, and then there's actually.
Not funny.
There's actually not funny / bullying. I don't think you can ever say there's not funny, to be honest.
Because someone's going to laugh at it and then to them it's funny.
Yeah. Like, you can never say there's not funny. But you can say there's bullying, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Or crassness.
Who are we saying is bullying in this instance?
Oh, Schulz, obviously. How did the mask of comedy as well. Like it's
like a bully kind of thing.
Like it's really, really hard. Yeah, because literally you can't draw a line in something like comedy. Because once you do as well.
That's a horrible precedent.
Bro, it's a horrible precedent. Yeah. And like I think something they say which is interesting is like once you protect one group,
you've offended another.
Then you've offended another as well.
Yeah.
Which is also a nice, convenient excuse to be able to just
say anything you want.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I think that's the thing. Like sometimes it's like that whole thing of like, for the love of the sport, I'm gonna be this person. It's like, or are you just that person? You know, like it's, and I don't know how to tell you which one it is. You know,
because there's times when like, bro, like there was I don't know what it was. Maybe it was 2 years ago when, bro, we were like the comedy is hitting. And then even the podcast is hitting. And we're looking at it like this guy, he takes time, understands the people group.
I still don't want to take all that away from him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to take that away because at a point in time, and potentially now still, that looks very true. Do you know what I'm saying? Like from what we say, like not many people would be able to make a joke about someone that is outside of the stereotype, but is very, very specific to that group. But then again, it's like, okay, sure. Like what did you, so you did research to roast? Or you appreciated and you highlighted stuff that people within that culture are able to also laugh at as well. It's hard. That's exactly what I've taken time to and this is what I know you guys will find funny.
Could he have just like not responded in that way? So
this is my thing. I think where it gets weird for me is like when every hill becomes a hill to die on. Yeah. Like it's like you can't die that many times. No, you know what I mean? So it's like you can't die on every hill. Yeah. Again, I don't know where.
Because, bro, if Kendrick comes out and hits him with a bar or two, that's over, bro.
I mean, he already did. Huh? He already did. I don't think it'll be over for him.
No, not over, but people are like, clearly.
Yeah, like it's like, I don't know how long you can go back and forth. You're from two very different worlds.
Yeah. I think just 1, 2, and then that's probably about it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, it's crazy that it's sounding like people are potentially trying to make this
a thing.
A bigger thing. Yeah, obviously, like a lot of people were reacting, like in terms of celebs and stuff. Like Ice Cube's son reacted. He said like, just weird ass dude kind of thing. And then Schulz replied saying, you should go listen to No Vaseline by Ice Cube. Which people hyped up as a great response, but it's actually a very like dumb response because it's like No Vaseline was Ice Cube's diss to NWA when he left NWA. And basically he's saying like, you're getting F'd by the white man, no Vaseline, right? Because Jerry Heller was exploiting NWA with the contract and all this kind of stuff, right? Yeah. So it's actually nothing about Ice Cube himself doing this to them.
That was a Drake Mama I Cried to Kendrick move right there.
Yeah, this is a real like, I think I killed it by saying, oh, you're rapping like you free the slaves. It was like, no, people actually kind of like that rapping. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of vibe. But then, the internet at shallow level kind of went, doesn't even know his dad's music. It's like, not really, but
yeah. I mean, because people are saying like potential of Schulz getting touched, like physically in terms of
that's drag,
which is drag because you're saying two different worlds, bro.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
If we're having, which to be honest, I would have seen this gone crazy maybe like during old school Def Jam days though. But like in when we look at it surface level, comedy and rap, like why is there beef? But at the same time, if you're a gangster rapper. And if someone is talking smack a chino during their comedy sets about you, though, like during like
they don't laugh,
bro.
It's not funny.
It's not funny, bro.
It's not funny.
There's stories of
hey,
who was it? Teddy, like big Teddy.
Teddy Ray.
Teddy Ray.
Yeah.
Years ago, I think it was him.
Oh, wait,
doing a show in like not a hood club, but like an LA club, and he started making some jokes about some lady there. And someone pulls him to the side and they're like, stop joking about her. Her sons are like big Crips that everyone knows or whatnot. And he's like, okay.
Bro, who wasn't that put up on Charlemagne even as well outside Breakfast Club?
Jay Prince. He gave him a call, like the courtesy calls, yeah.
It was like,
some people don't play about it,
commentary and comedy show.
They're big.
But it's at the same time though, like, when
there's people that want clout as well. Exactly. That like, I did this for Kendrick.
There are also people that are willing to crash out because that's just, again, that's law. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's, I mean,
all I know, everything Kendrick does is very calculated.
interesting, man.
Right?
Yeah,
so it's gonna
I
be
agree.
good.
So
You guys see how
about
did you see how he dropped his tour as well?
Yes, with
Like
Scissor.
Yeah. He's doing one show in Canada. He's doing it in Toronto.
There's two now. They announced the second
Father's
show.
Day.
On Father's Day, yes.
That's kind of nice. I like it. I like
There's
it.
entendres there.
I like
Bro.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
Always, this is the thing. Yeah, I feel like Kendrick could do anything, and it could just pure coincidence. But everyone's gonna look at it like, oh, that's calculated.
Yeah. That bro, it becomes
like, bro, relax,
the walls
bro.
are blue because he's drowning.
Yeah.
Shut up. The walls were blue because blue paint.
If I didn't
Blue paint was the cheapest that
bro,
day.
hey, what day is this video available at?
Yeah.
On this, because we're talking music, people. How was everyone's Spotify Wrapped? Real quick.
Snap.
But then also, before we get into that,
This ain't hour 20 for the people anymore.
nah, it's fine. Enjoy it.
Treat.
This year, Apple's recap was much nicer than
was
Spotify's.
Oh my
Much better
gosh.
interface.
It was very
Many
beautiful.
things, many points of this.
Yeah.
Apple's
right.
interface was nicer.
Beautiful.
They gave more details in terms of like my monthly top artist, all this kind of stuff. I genuinely looked at it and I was like, this looks better. Spotify did too much with the AI. It made me kind of go, did you see the part where you're like your little AI podcast?
Yeah.
Where they kind of,
like 3
these
minutes
two
or something.
AI things, basically you go, oh my, and then you listen to blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I don't want all of this, bro. I just want the data. That first year you did Wrapped, I could not believe I was beside myself. Right?
Elated.
It was, I
Some
was
might say.
elated.
Yeah.
This year, apples look tidy, bro.
Underwhelming. Yeah, I was
Apples look
pleased.
tidy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's-
maybe
Glad I didn't make
I
the
might switch
switch.
over.
It's crazy that this is a common thing because, I think I went to, you sometimes you just go, when you're an employee, just go take a little sit down in the toilet,
See?
bro.
Because you know you're going to get paid.
Yeah, you know you're going to get paid. Life is easy an employee. I went to check my Spotify app. And I was like, this is going to be, let me check this out. Brother, I said, this is just me on the toilet now, bro. This thing underwhelming, bro. I thought this was a little getaway, bro.
Yeah.
This was, what, it's finished? It's over?
Bro, just pop.
Nothing special.
Nothing special.
They just did
Feels like they
a
recycled
PowerPoint.
last year, but just mixed AI into it.
Oh,
Last year was beautiful.
Tuh. I know that girl that came up with it, the intern. She's mad. So this is what they've done with the baby I gave you, bro. Like, what have you? Oh, it was horrible.
Apparently,
Where's the hitman?
They cut off.
Lock him up.
My goodness, they cut it off months before so that they can like get it together. Yeah.
Oh, damn. You spent all that time
Allegedly.
for that nonsense?
Allegedly.
That's just stupid because the data can just be fed through. Like, it doesn't.
It's data,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Data. It's just equate
what's
like
the time frame?
code.
Because what last year came out in September?
No, I would have
No.
come out
It always comes out around this
November.
time. They
Oh,
cut it. They
December.
cut it at the end of November. That's when
Yeah.
they always cut
Someone
it.
says it's always the Friday after Thanksgiving or something like that. It's the
Oh, yeah,
week
that makes
after
sense.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But
typically.
they
Like
send it
They'll
out.
normally drop it, yeah.
And then all the way through.
So,
Let me see if I can
very underwhelming. I mean, yeah, we can, let's bring up our artists real quick. I've got, you guys got yours?
I'll bring them up right now. I should have taken screenshots already.
For podcast, I'll say podcast. 90s Baby Show was #1 again. Shout out to the guys, man. Real. I feel like for the past, I don't know if it's 4 years or something. It's just
Always your
constantly been
first.
90s babies. Rise and Fall of Mars Hill was my second podcast. And I was annoyed at this only because that's not a seasonal constant pod. It's because I listened to everything that they dropped. You know what I mean? Like all 30 episodes or whatever.
It was very captivating,
Which
bro.
is me, which is,
And
yeah.
it was long content, too.
Bro, banger content,
Yeah.
man. So thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah.
Disruption Podcast was #3, but this one pisses me off every year. Because it's whenever I listen to the freaking episode to make sure it's uploaded and it sounds nice.
Yeah.
Now that we end up in my top 3 all the time. But then Deep
He
End
a
with
fan.
Lecrae.
He a fan. He a fan.
Fan of myself, bro. Deep End Lecrae was my #4
Oh, wow.
podcast. Yeah. And then Flagrant Podcast, #5.
Oh.
Yeah, with all of that.
Controversy.
All the controversy. But then I've got artists as well. But I don't know if did you guys have pod or any other thing? I don't know what Apple gave you.
I listen to pod on Spotify, but I listen to music on Apple, so I don't have anything for thingy on my Apple.
Got you. All right, what was your
podcast.
artist? Actually, you can be last because you got nice data, so we can go through our dirty, yucky stuff.
Oh, we
that
can still do it.
what's your listening minutes?
I think
Mine's getting lower and
I
lower
actually
because I
wanted to
do more and more YouTube, bro. Mine's
Yeah.
32,000 this year.
I was 32,000 this year as well. Were we on party the whole time? Or
32,600.
32,506.
Hey.
Yeah, I had 32,000 minutes. Someone killed me. They're like, so do y'all listen to music every day? I was like, yeah.
Yes, I do.
I think this is definitely my lowest. Mine was like 14.
Yeah, you going through it, man.
On all those drives to the other side of the city, you didn't.
No, bro, surprisingly.
Just white noise.
So this one happened. Yeah.
calls.
So I don't think my.
He's a phone caller, man.
I'm a phone caller.
I don't think I have my wrap up. I don't think it's that accurate, to be honest. I have a second Spotify account. Because because I got Audible now. Yes, I listen to audio. You need premium. And we have a family shared one with you. I don't know how to add that.
Oh, but you couldn't add the thing.
I couldn't add it.
I recently.
So I had to make a
I came to the same conundrum.
Do we want to break this family apart?
No, I like it. Leave it.
I love the family. Yeah, you know what's funny? I spent 50 minutes on the train doing the calculations of every plan.
Me too.
I was calculating every plan possible.
So you know what I did, bro?
Only the family works, bro.
I just, bro, I'll show you guys, bro. I literally got my second account, just audio now, bro.
Damn.
There's not even music anymore. Bro. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, no, the family works, brother. That thing making cents and dollars, bro. We can't break up.
So I got family just in case for music.
I see.
But I've gone mostly just audio now.
Yeah.
But let me see.
Who's your top artist for the year? The
top artist for the year is none other than Mr. Money with the Vibe right now. Ashake.
I got on Malay.
Ew.
I got Zach Bryan.
Yeah, hey, I needed to ask you questions about
bro, I love
I know you do.
folk music. Especially the start of the year, I was banging that, bro.
Hey, yo. Yeah. Okay.
Mine was DeVito.
Wow.
When did that happen? Wait, Ruger got dethroned for you?
Yeah, he's not even on the list.
True. Whoa.
He's not even on,
Wow.
he's not on my top 5.
Yeah.
At least.
You guys get everything else. Fine. The rest of it was Lecrae, Maverick City Music, Rema, and Drake. Now, all of y'all that have been around me, how many times have I actively skipped Drake? Because what did I say?
Yes.
I said I don't want him to end up on my Spotify rap this year. I don't know if I only said I think I said period. On the episode I said number 1, which finally it's happened. Yeah. But I said I don't want him on my rap at all.
Interesting.
He's talking about Kendrick and bots and this, that. I'm convinced. I'm convinced there is involvement.
He's a different level. Bro.
No,
a different level of fame.
Back end involvement, bro.
Because you avoided every song you skipped every time.
How?
But maybe that was. Wait, you were doing this from the start of the year, pre-beef?
No, this was after.
This was after April.
Yeah, bro. Those 3 months could have gone crazy. those 3 months was Zach Bryan for me, bro.
That's me. I feel like my Spotify list was defined within 2 months.
Okay. Yeah.
Literally 2 months it made up my because I have Arya Star. Like how is she my top 3?
Yeah, Drake was my top artist in April. Somehow
that was also
managed
because of
to
like
make it in
all
April.
the back-to-back that was going on during that time as well. But I was like, damn, bro, he still made it 5th. But Lecrae Maverick City Music reflected well. I was heavy listening to Lecrae this year and Maverick.
Lecrae 4th for me as well.
Yeah. 4th Lecrae?
Who was your 2nd, 3rd, 5th?
AG 2nd.
Okay.
Bro, I feel like there's only like 3 songs I was rinsing as well. From AG, made top 3. 5th was very surprising, was Rema.
That's not surprising.
Carlos
got his sanctified holy in the bell bag.
I did not touch Rema.
Yeah.
Bro, that album, I did not touch Rema this year at all. But I think maybe last year, I think maybe like November, December,
spilled over.
I would have rinsed over some of them songs.
Did you have? Zach Bryan.
Oh, who's your 5th?
Rema 5th. So first Omalay, AG, Aristar, Lecrae, Rema.
Zach Bryan's 1st. This is the one that was surprising me. Future was 2nd.
I was surprised when I saw this too.
Wait.
Because I
know you like Future, but
I rinsed We Don't Trust You. Like, that was a really good album.
But is it out? Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. Because I played the whole album through many times.
Oh, so you're surprised that he's 2nd?
I'm surprised he's 2nd, Like, I didn't realize how much... I'm surprised he's on it at all.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize how much I listened to him. Because the other older albums and stuff, I didn't listen to too much. I mean, there was a period of time where I listened to, like, his first album this year, but... Snow Allegra 3rd, that's pretty on brand for me. Adekunle Gold was 4th.
That one I was
which again, same thing for me. Where I was like, I think it was like 5-6 songs that I had quite a
rinsing.
Yeah. But I realized there's also because this is artists, it's also when they're featured.
Yeah.
So he was like on Baz's song Khartoum.
That
one I played like a lot. It's actually a very good song.
Bro, I skipped even the features too for Drake, so I don't know.
He's perplexed. And then my 5th one was Automotive Black.
Yeah,
which that makes
tracks.
sense. Probably my favorite artist at the moment.
Blast for life. Who'd you have, Mark?
Native Records.
I had DeVito first, Rema, Buju, Ira, and then Burner.
Burner?
Burner, but I don't know.
Can I ask you a question, Maro?
Yes.
Did you feel like a little bit like upset, or like I need to take inventory of my life when you saw no worship acts on there.
Fam, that was the next thing I was about to mention. I don't know how.
Because I felt that way too.
I actually did.
I said, what kind of year have I had?
Let me see the full list. So worship takes 8th place, 9th, and then 10th. So I've got Hillsong, Elevation, and Maverick. But if you go through my months, I think there's like 3 months where worship was taken.
Because same from I thought CC Winans was gonna be like 3rd.
Oh no way.
Yeah, I did not stop.
That's real worship right there. Bro.
It was so funny. One of our friends, she messages me, and she goes, this is before rap came out. She's like, I'm so curious to see how your rap looks post heartbreak. Oh, and knowing your happy now. Because last year I had Whitney Houston on my top songs. And so when I did, I sent it to her, and I was like, "Hey, we're all right this year.
We up.
Oh god.
Yeah, even the data was just a bit interesting and whatnot this year. I didn't realize D&D rinsed that apparently so much, like Rema.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that one.
True, I have been rinsing it since April, since our Bali trip. Top songs was D&D, Goodbye Warm Up, which is Ashake and Aristar, WhatsApp, Shay Vibes, and oh my days, frick, who's the other? Oh my goodness, this is really bad. I forgot her name. Beautiful song, Yayo, Ashake, and then Wave. Sorry, Yayo, Rema, and Wave, Ashake, Central C. I don't think that reflects, because I was running up. Come and Behold. The Maverick City, like Come and Behold. I forgot the beautiful name or whatever it is. He is beautiful. The amount of times I had drives on Your Beauty, I was belting it out,
Hitting potholes, eyes closed.
Boom! But he's beautiful regardless, man. But it didn't end up in the thing. I was like, what's going on here?
Where am I?
Bro, I don't know. The data was a bit interesting, man. But,
did you guys have genres? Did that give you that?
Yeah.
No, but they gave it in a weird way, didn't they? They were like, this month you
you are Afro worship. Moody.
Just tell us what it was.
So Spotify didn't eat this year. So sorry.
They did too much of this AI, bro.
So sorry.
Yeah. My top song doesn't make sense. It kind of makes sense, but it's nothing new. So my song is it's called Over. You guys know this.
Which one? R2Bs? Damn.
I know.
That's a throwback.
I know, right?
Yeah, okay, your data's different.
No, but that's what, bro. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense. No, it's literally like
someone's on your account, bro. Trust me.
To be honest, someone is actually on my account.
Oh.
Yes. Second one,
Baba Fiend.
It's called Focus. It's like an Arabic kind of song. It's a Sudanese artist.
Oh, yeah.
Third is called Telling Me Something. It's a good song. Fourth is
You're
5 Star.
telling me something. Which one? That one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know, but this is all like
this is
no music's recent.
This is not okay.
And then 4 is 5 Star, and then 5 is Everything Amen.
5 Star, such a good song.
Everything.
Yeah,
Amen.
see, I was rinsing that song.
That was one of mine as well.
That and then Amen is my fifth song. It makes no sense.
Yeah, all over the place.
What's your thing?
Feelings by Georgia Smith and J Huss. That was my number 1.
Really?
Dawns by Zach Bryan, 2nd. Charlieville 9200 Part 2 by Snow Allegra was 3rd. Holy Ghost by Omale.
Yeah, that one I had a question mark.
That one
so
catchy,
you listen to. I didn't even know you were listening to that song like that, bro.
Like,
yeah, I didn't realize.
Isn't it kind of funny to picture this guy in the car? Holy Ghost,
that's crazy.
I said, "My mommy, what time now, bro?"
Oh god.
Like, what do you listen to it?
Doing the down too, yeah.
They did this song, and the instrumental's perfect.
Yeah.
And then the last one was One Scale by Young Dolph.
Young Dolph randomly.
Young Dolph.
Wow.
All I need is one scale, couple bills. Came in this on myself.
Oh,
Dolph,
yeah,
why you his girl?
That's no coded, bro.
I'm a player.
What's yours?
My first one, Going 2 for 2, No Competition by Davido and Ashake.
Last year.
Yeah, last year. I love that song. I don't think I'll
I
ever get
always
over
say
it.
that
I
is
will
a
never
perfect
get
song.
over it. It is. It really is.
It's a perfect song, bro.
What'd you say?
Yeah, well, you had it last year as well.
Yeah, man, 'cause the wedding,
The
remember?
wedding. Yeah, that was our entrance song. But I just genuinely love it. Holiday by Rema. I know why, because on our way to Nigeria, this song was just on repeat. I don't know why. It was just on repeat. Because I was going on holiday and I was like, Rema, I'm going to.
Nah, you're disgusting.
Yeah, anyways.
You tried to learn Yoruba through holiday.
And then I had Kante by Davido, and then I had Rush, and then
song.
Pick Up by Tiwa Savage.
Oh, wow. Hey. Great list.
Yeah, I know,
I think I had
sensational
the best. For someone that's not really into music,
Yeah,
Great list.
thank
you actually
you.
had the best
Yeah.
songs.
So we're moving to Apple Music, huh?
I'm happy with that. I started off on Apple Music on my Samsung phone. How funny is that? Like, I remember I moved to Spotify.
Like Apple
you guys really tried to shit on us, man. But
hey, man, I don't know.
I did
Spotify because of peer pressure.
Someone spent the whole year to work on this.
Yeah.
And they want people.
We'll see, man.
That's us?
I think it has to be us.
Yeah.
That has to be us, bro. I need to go work and eat right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Woo!
Thank you.
I hope your week goes better than... Let me not do that.
Come on, man.
See you guys next week. We have an exciting guest. Have you locked her in?
Yeah, but like I'm just...
Have you locked them in?
Double, triple confirmation.
Have you... And then we have a really exciting guest at the end of the year for the last episode.
Oh, yeah. Is it the last episode? Oh, it would be.
It will release this year, right? Or maybe on the 1st. Release on the 1st.
That's nice.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
I like that one. Look at him just getting into it.
Who else do we have?
For this year?
We can make some shake.
Thank you for joining us. Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.
Wow.